Boadi no apo Eric Asiedu Boadi atwatwabo a woda akonya mu akokyemu abramo wɔkyerefo ba mmɔfo no wɔwe sekretary wɔkropajan wɔkrokoti akonkran suro Asiedu Boadi ei woyɛ opromposi prempesi a wɔyɛ ade no oyifri ampasachi kantankranchi sankranchi kantankashiripa asomfra katachie breku Eric Asiedu Boadi wona budu chiwie mu nanso wɔtinka fom da ohuntahuno no kejua nankasa wona woyi subura wobintumi nsabinum kompresu kejua nankasa Eric Asiedu Boadi woyɛ emfofo bi makantimfam frichi fracha frafata frafacha fentafram osapachichi du jama doe kejua woyɛ opumpuni titiriku a wo ho bona toduro Eric Asiedu Boadi wo hwam kasa breku kejua nankasa wona ma ho so na ehwam entito enti ma hom no so ne ehwam entutu ntose tem kejua nankasa
More fire! The lion is about to roar. More fire!
You know what time it is?
Attention, please.
Time to talk about sports.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen.
Guess who is on the radio?
It's your favorite or girlfriend's favorite.
It's Eric.
Everybody calls him Kejua.
I call him my Abdul Star.
He's Buta Papa.
He's one of my favorite voices in the entire world.
Let's welcome
Eric Asiedu Boadi.
Exciting, smooth,
sexy,
professional.
Numero uno en antena.
And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous sweet. Just say, me what do you mean? Dynamic what Friday.
Shoni ebano kwa eba wo sports mling kiaminjele
tie Ghana for ene de ya tie Asempa Ghana for ene de ya tie Asemde what you wanna say when in can I have for radio no Tim to Asempa FM let you can see the Boadi what was a let you go dear Asempa what was a let you can see the Boadi what was a let you go dear Asempa what was a let you can see the Boadi I'm on insem near fiesem Nina or the Sumo Bollywood make it to the life commentary men what was a let you go dear Asempa what was a let you can see the Boadi what was a let you go dear Asempa what was a let you can see the Boadi
Prepzone Shoni ebano kwa eba wo sports mling kiaminjele Prepzone
right, fantastic evening. I'm saying what what it sir is in Queen Kagu. Ote near the can born son of Tennessee. Now your favorite evening sports show, and I get you from now till 10 p.m. Sorry, Prepzone, we are back. Yes, last week, by this time, near Telemuko Kowa. I know 10. And then 1 week celebration. And then 1 week celebration of Kowoko. And there's like a 2 weeks. So, some money in 2 weeks. Because you see, I didn't move to say, Eastern, the now voter region, Kakao, and they go one for the Mwajim. Yes, diversity, come on, you know, variety is the spice of life, but it's a penny depending what it said about the you know what time it is. It's honorable A+, why are there? Aquaba, well, the Ocean effect, but a penny for a sheep. Bedi penny for a sheep, BBI5, to Aquaba, to gather this number of artists now on one stage now, it is not a joke. Yeah. That is serious. Sometimes it is money and relationship. Yeah. That is money and relationship. Yeah. I'm not sure someone they will charge on about the amount maybe and come on be like I saw my bush and come back charging relationship on day and I'm one no not for industry movie. And you can't do no do it area on home but almost pending cost level no. Say voiceover me we are out in professional level. We are sitting on the tiano. Yeah, but I say, I come for your work as a visa, send me a free one. I almost a tiano. We have a be free banner. The Tibone. I said, we did be named the young one. Ye was Wahami. Yes. So, and but you know, Yamona Bass, you see, Kwame Plus, you can like him or dislike him, but he has something that you cannot take away from him. That is the ability to set nudging on something and achieve it. Okay.
I remember 2008 when Nana Akufo-Addo after Kufuor decided say and Asempa before decided something Nana Akufo-Addo flag bearer. One of the vociferous fans from the creative industry na onona air propagate the Nana Akufo-Addo agenda was A+. And he was so loud and visible to the point that he brought a lot of colleagues on board to help Nana Akufo-Addo. In the history of Ghanaian politics, Menyesho said there has been any flag bearer when musicians on his platform trying to bring him to power than Nana Akufo-Addo in 2008. It was massive.
It's cool. Like you're born about A+ Paso.
Having won the seat na ode gomwa any area how mama ye very popular. Any the air I wish you would maintain it, but say we maintain it now. Whether NPP and NDC. Wow, baby, and you want to be in the amount. Now he has moved it from Yenkosi toilet, Yenko connected bridges. Yeah. What I say, one more boys now said there is hope. One more young girls now said there is hope. Almost area hono a bit me popular. Ko ajidini kodada. But this Easter he also gave them a lot of attention and seminstone American. Senipa a call gomwa 1,000. You are sure that next year when you could be 200 and I said 300 and 1,000 and will keep growing. It's Yamana so what he has done a years gone by, how our building a relationship with creative art industry for no. Right. He seems to be the go-to guy for most of the creative guys. No. It's Yamo honorable Kwame A+. So for me, I'm a strong believer of him.
Boadi.
Yes,
that's fine. All right, so I want some Boadi, but you know, Co is Co.
Of course.
What's the spray? Spray. And I show me. And I say spray near back on friends. Oh, spray. Well, you have a gossip tone spray me tone. Oh, it never could be your friend. And no, a beautiful house spread was a show in the pa. It was also on a board thing. It was a spread was a check.
There was secondary school now, Coavina. na cash ofi nti ya ma kwan na sa na na ma meter sa otimi
perfume
call outside no so body or the designer perfume be so o memia egu na tare no yes and a payvote man was kwasiafo ya fana tare me
to only what tare gusu na we ya na jim school akwa be friend Brian oti goes a Brian aba. Look, if you have front desk, no, how to say Brian is around. J. It's different.
Yes, our booking there.
But perfume ni biwa enya buchi. Like okay, fine, hampa, but two designer one. Sana kurukuti. Mobile buy piano. Ya boy, ya das. So many kabashe. Ya koya korista games waterfall. Stone boy say ho. 1,000. When you see, who's an aspirating na kuguri say. Au kumwa. Stone boy kwa kukuru stage see so oko. Jai. The difference is that Sanogo. Kwa udo ayenkro baye de ho ni nyina ye distance artist so shenkro mu nyina amrado mu nyina bayo amrado meno kwa bena mo fra ponsa bobo mu nyina amachi dede Rastaman mi ame kojo antwi bobo
what is kojo antwi defini
urade nyankopon ana na atoa petim kro ni so that is the difference. Imagine say
you kita ka utim kwa kakra akwese 31st na this is on the kwa
yes what be say yaw ya konkwetya mi abese kotafo mi abese konkwa just we be a bosso and difference. Imagine say ya kan nyina bomba akọ na ka say ya kwawo bia bomen nti ye can't this thing na boom net I should have let's can obu on person bus center no by dia bombing ho na center of attraction no or no person calling change the ho ya na crowd ni drops but and to bombing no bombing the nana unya ba bi tu na isi o that be now stone boy kwewure no bro brass owure mu ba no but he came to enjoy himself. It was beautiful, very beautiful. Wow, me credit Dina, me respect for him a quadruple. Yes, now you know the wife was born in JMO, Nadia JMO. He came to. I don't remember last time he did quote. It's your bio, man, or bonus, OG microphone, OG, and near Monday, and now you go job live, you go job. Oh, I yet into this time. Oh, yeah, no style, near Bobo style, near Bonnet Sunday, near Dum Light, no, near yes, I or to see one yes, a gin, the handkerchief visit to Modulate, no when it's a go back to yeah, stage in one. I had just space for camera, social media, and him was an John Chansey for a staff and any underground artist for what's that? When a barricade. Oh, one man for barricade. I'm why about say
was social media
it was beautiful. And so some of the images now watch in YouTube and this is it was massive. I tell you, it was massive. Now many can find check a cry so yeah diaba. Hania so afena obe bantino ye fan ye buy ye no gina stage na so na sebe ya but staff e wono be fa hokura ewura na yetimi akọ hwe ujaf na say ye nso so ye gina ho akire ho no eto ekra ho ehwe no stage na so and the highlight of the whole performance was when our call camera this is it we crowd no chiro nyane ya ekotente kwa akire no ha na oje camera no no akasa so trasa no tunum no trasa it was very beautiful and the crowd enjoyed themselves and yes we enjoy it what to ya na fe chale onya ko be ko 6 am but to now crowd no now I go no am because o say mu some musicians we no mu crowd na energy bia bomu na bibi so mu dambales if you so funny TC from MC Darlington here this guy MC Darlington agurade yakopon I'm say he's under was he say adwuma ba kwa abani o MC ne hype man hype man he's we have ne Jafuni hana kom na ba kom na
you want this na maka match the demand ana match the demand brief
come as I say he was enjoying himself crowd ne sana bibi ya yere crowd I think it is well yeah corner but at dome stage ne so okodi that's him it's his first time so he enjoyed it so what you do ase obi a ohun adom FM not twebe ohun Asempa FM not twebe ohun adom TV not twebe it was massive yeah that was next year na me adom na do e be say na na me ya domo e be san banelaje pa I say no say I'll be back so can be back it was abwanya ko be san ba next year I be hesene next year be see akọ I'm just showing you a prep zone I can't just say bia would be want me and last year one smile show is one smile dey fifi ya ba ne but that's how we started the show my name is Super Squad there ready Ken Kaninja ya Sanogo and of course Evans Club in Asapon and I face your producer Pablo Aima on social media the whole show no Ben Gazi Otinankaru hey ko dey go for you go for men crowd you me ho I no ba stage in for I no wine you know okay be me ho ntina e dey na
ne ba me ho so na mko
oh aje ben nan aje we dey say all ba ne mo bia so ne like na yi on the phone light and say to who is out what charging that day yeah they me who be that is ben e quick on the first song up for me oh one ma make akai 1 week it one make akai I'm saying about the aba kejuara kasani Eric Asiedu Boadi now me no can say matches be course in the Premier League in La Liga Bundesliga a bit EDC from and one match up on a way ya Asenpa for near ma wasanwe gum AS Monaco. Paris FC, can you imagine? Paris FC abo Monaco for she ko ye do where Rafada the Rafada be any o do you want flag okay
now the Benghazi and Ajia was ko inside do
Ken hade
we be dey Evans no
yellow
Kwano munyo
kitikiti o but onyeja na nkra Rafa da hadwen o
kongundi ba
boda I'm say ko ya it be near ma share live on Facebook page and then YouTube so live show the prep zone Marseille LED Mets by goal to nil Paris abo Monaco by 4-1 AS Roma LED Pisa by 2-0 was expected I don't know how Pisa beat me about back Augsburg near Hoffenheim 2-2 Real Madrid Newcastle Girona 29 minutes to be on for ball and children yonko atenemu e hodomo enti wutumu say yes e hodomo na mo na mo so we mai now West Ham United and Wolves so about 30 minutes obi out me for ball and children yonko atenemu we and the across Europe or Besiktas there we in the dada mama for Africa na den obi wini Besiktas field so na nya ba na so kakra enti we fan sa na dey wa dey ati you be go so di yeah more update of the games how do I live on Asempa 94.7 FM abeya for mama kwaba
enya
bili ekoyi
ye kwekwa
the radiase me the radiase and sembe brina na ho wo fie nsam ho who becomes the next coach of the Black Stars who is the next coach of the Black Stars you know yaje go ye bekom kakra European leagues out on bi na sha say ebobo so ma no then of course ye share Ghanaian Premier League ne Go Stars league no opeso je dey
last minute na omo
so last minute to play
a penalty but then for consistency in the league I think that has come from Midiema Midiema na nanka slack but unfortunately for Bibiani Go Stars some games may be very very difficult venues to go to and let's see how it goes but then the idea near one so you cannot also trust Midiema too much you understand and see
and then call or the 3 point became 51 then one 54
yes but I knew Doma was going to be a very tough grounds to go I knew said I bet in the Amomodo
wow let's see Midiema also fish channel and so more than kakra
oye kotoko should anya din bia sa yeah kotoko ankasa e wo mo ankasa mo own problems and if we share per the form guide of the two teams, and then internal matters and ujina so analysis there. Then you can equally write off Kotoko a game against Midiama. The name Kotoko and Kotoko against Midiama, on any given day, it's a big game. You get it. But then again, the circumstances surrounding the game and then leading Kotoko into this particular game at this crucial point and at this crucial time against Midiama. Warper League na heading Aje na also bohom need they trust me. They will do everything possible to win against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Now no more mutifi and a summer test kokoyede. So I'm tempted to believe say Kotoko will try to make amends in the game, but trust me, Midiama they have the men and hopefully they will beat Kotoko 1-0 or probably 2-0.
1-0
yeah.
or 2-0. Okay.
Kotoko ankasa wo takwana ya na story in time for inti Midiama this season has been consistent. Senye slacking along the line. They should have been a runaway leaders of the Premier League. Now, luckily for them,
it looked like it was
gone. It was theirs. Luckily for them, Adriana Etimi put the brakes on Bibiani Gold Stars. Now, Midiama has one reason and I say one motivation. Make sure you win and then come back to lead the league table. And I am sure some be much motivated, or be much focused, or be much poised for this particular game. But sometimes in situations like this, one should get me before also. So one should in situations like this, out of anxiety, instead of making the right decisions, then you tend to be making bad decisions. Ebiana cover pressure at the about. So, but Kotoko seems to be at a bad place right now. My performance now in the Premier League hasn't been that consistent, and I feel that Midiama Coach Ibrahim Tanko and the boys should be able to handle Kumasa Sante Kotoko and then get back to the top of the league.
Wow. Kwamna, is it shocking? Gold Stars, Open League, Adriana, were inconsistent.
I think Adriana for no so no omwana amasade we see. Honestly speaking, say nanka we start season you can clubs now with the change in terms of their management and the newly appointed club CEO, we had the kind of style binomne, the ambience the nije bi anababe people bokurumu after the appointment of Atapoku Shoba Arestika so no we senka obetimi abomodi aye don thinkable na at some point in time or more performance it's me about from no and no can be na sa game with you say maybe Gold Stars room no my favorite but clearly na team no na senka otimi ye aduma nyina no wo mo win ye no which is the home side Adriana Stars. So to me we should understand say Adriana Stars whenever they are playing against Bobo Kwefrese Bibian Gold Stars fear ne de o ma ho ade no so same way na say Gold Stars so bo enso so ni fear against Adriana yana Gold Stars ho ade no so pa so enye me won say after say Adriana since Gold Stars football league ni mu enya de o malusu to Bobo Kwa even say Gold Stars enso so fear since 2022 de no a o mo tena fear e ma Gold Stars be show mo 1-0 no after that time o match Gold Stars 2-0 on 26th of April 2023 o mo say winning on the 30th of November 3-0. In fact the first one was 2-0 and Sampo and this particular one and o matimi are winning by 2-1. The previous one no krempo no and so mo winning by 2-0. So I think say records no and I follow say the ACT say Diana or body tier Gold Stars since their first ever meeting Osade for Osiade yo Adwambadu the first park wa Olusu to Bobo Kwefrese say Gold Stars by long go no anytime on be sure mo bia no omo winning. So I think say nanka Gold Stars we are expecting them so metimi abomoni I try say omo top sport na omo no metimi aye tutueni yi but clearly this particular game here na ya mo kan wasem which is Koroko and that of Mediama no. Yes, we've seen Kotoko so on Mediama ebo enso so league ni mu a ya na ya sometimes omo cause upset kakra enso so ewo Bobo Conference in Mediama wo mo say menso na meka the last time omo ekoboy enso so Mediama home no ni nyina I end in a draw 1-1. But this case is different. So Beka tell man na Professor Ogum, me Black Lies, that is talent. Omu coach, Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum. Obo modern Agile League, with Asante Korokoro. We saw so Otimbo Mboni Koshe Mediama, and it was a back-to-back victory. I stand to be corrected. Obomodi kwasho mu 2-0, esan kwashe 1-0. Enso so ewo ye kan say media mafio, but nansani de akwa 1-1 anytime akotoko be akopie mu ewo bobo komudi e de media ma ho. Don't forget said the first leg, you know, akotoko to media ma no and in the 2-2 draw. So clearly had it not been the circumstances ne bobo kwevese kotoko with the interim coach, which is Prince Yawusu, as a untimi finding the feet on the supporters enya, some of the players and the supporters nusonya, and again now no results no kromulu enya ya lusutu bobo kwevese FC Samatters 1996, you know, ama bobo kwevese kotoko na nkasa no emunyo, and lo and behold say bobo kwevese ni kotoko ekolusu this particular game editia media ma eriko. I am not afraid to say Prince Yawusu the future kotoko na nkasa no question marks beba ho. There are some people more kotoko they even say Hamza obi mum ye gya adwuma no e de man so mama ya but you say Morifin Donzo so ne internally no Morifin Donzo sa striker no only Hamza obi so nya problem say Hamza no na your coach Prince na coach no but so person di coach adwuma ye so all this issue no striker fa no by they be say ye tactics ye coach dia man na ye but Hamza obi person so di coach na nim o tell say nye say abia coach say nye say so when you have all this power struggle cause obo mu players no say America say Saka Delda for quite some time nya dey obo game ni bi nya dey obo play eriko but problem no be say dey bad dia now no you say kote they be problems na coach for problem na Delda say Uncle Botu right back and also on right back no Uncle again say Uncle right back no kra na say mom right back no obi enya ACL enti na no kote ba ye ya ono be boy amfa na say ono Uncle also Uncle so about 2 or 3 games nya dey Masaka Delda ebo na warm up. That's a coach more instruction now one there. So I mean and then the idea so so when all these so now media map boku you Moses Amapaka and so dia nim no ohun say almost 50 points Bibian Gold Stars akolu su to aduana no almost 51 so we need this game almost 53 at Gold Stars by 2 points. I think say it's up to media ma coach Ibrahim Tanko so on the boys say so I think say I tip Boboku this media ma so omanya dey cry so omunya 1 point or that game omani kotoko ebetimi abolu and aduana so ya dey so omutimi ewin here against Gold Stars. All right, OTA Prepzone live on Asempa 94.7 FM. I better touch on the games I know say ekoso and two teams there boy in the EPL so see West Ham ni Wolves so be on their own problems and omuni na positions in Wolves are West Ham so last but 2 and near ka say bia near best Santo Santo West Ham so as some coaches kakao but still in fact Wolves so I mean no these two teams and you guys say okay afunu form you na boy.
Yeah, sure. And we check on meetings say na swing you what you say and shada you know a game where you can easily predict the outcome but mostly a swing to me kwa na abese na kwa we enwenya and the wenya the better half of over the other no ochina no nnuanu so enya ono so ni share so and shada I mean games are echo mostly one sided because we check omo records in the EPL and omo share the last time they met West Ham home no West Ham winning 2-1 against Wolverhampton Wanderers that in December 2024 but before that you know na you can say team and ding Eddie Wolves to me alcohol acquire magic shomo and on in some friendlies LED into the season your best season more proper this particular season first leg of course Wolves able home against West Ham no Wolves were able to win convincingly by 3-0 against West Ham United more or less you know is it going to be a repetition of what the first a young can surround you know provided for Wolves you know and now West Ham for between day and they are they have so many things at their disposal so make me win against Wolves in na area to say the way kind at together but I say two nanka some performance no obi anshada more no yonko so ntaya resource no so enshada enko one side to kwa na sa all
right and so the other games of course we know say Real Madrid ne Girona and at the Boadi and after Madrid that's a usual best performance. After that defeat against Bayern Munich, you know, and they on the Girona and I'll born Friday because next week I saw try to make amends and over lineup coach Ade Eto, the likes of Frank Garcia, Dani Cavalla, Asensio, a damn the time when a boy Federico Valverde, Camavinga, and a Jude Bellingham, and of course anyone Brahim Diaz, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior. You know, most of them the usual suspects. Someone the chassis and still 0-0 against Girona. Yeah, Bremo, Real Madrid against Girona. It is 0-0, 42 minutes.
And yet, one will be looking at the Champions League at DSC and the fact that Madrid are still in the game. No, Madrid airball on a Friday. No man arrested here, but trust you me. From the technical bench, it cost the last player on the bench. Every ball game way, any Tuesday game, no, simultaneously.
I will not dream.
You'd expect that on a normal day, Madrid beshe. But Madrid against Bayern Munich, that Bayern Munich ababe show I am Santiago de Bernabeu. Now Madrid Elco Alliance Arena. It's a big night that some of these players they live for such nights. If they are able to turn the tire, the global attention and the popularity and the fans of Mubinyano are bigger than so many Girona.
Okay.
So the players would be playing the Girona game with their minds far away in the lands of Germany. Thinking about how that night, how how they will bring themselves back into the competition and make sure say the Real Madrid spirit when it comes to the Champions League, has come to bear and that people are talking about them. I don't expect them to overrun Team YFN and say Girona. Though I expect Team YFN Madrid to win. So a slim margin would be if a man say a quiet draw because psychologically, trust you me, Eric. With what happened Wednesday, Madrid players need focus will be on the Champions League because it looks like League Nidia, it is almost gone. And I say, you understand? But if Madrid are able to overturn that deficit against Bayern Munich, it gives them certain confidence be in the Champions League, and then it gives them 3 matches away from clinching the trophy, which are more achievable than the league, It's yes, a tall order for them. Alliance Arena, but then trust you me, a lot of the players, especially the big boys in the squad, feel say the time has come for them to carry the team, and then what they stand for we are seeing to see them, the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Jude Bellingham, more feel say the big boys in the dressing room, Look, on the book game with their mindset somewhere else.
Wow. All right. Okay. So I know Real Madrid, Girona, and West Ham first go against Wolves, and Augsburg offering 2-2, and AS Roma LDP by 2-0. Paris ni Monaco no. Go for Neymar say go over there also. By looking at Paris' performance and the level of Monaco, 4-1. Okay.
Monaco for yes started season at some point in time now say they are coming to compete this season with the likes of Lyon, Marseille, RC Lyon, and Paris Saint-Germain, the Winsome side, But clearly at the end of time, looking at the injuries, any the individual brilliance, I almost be bringing consistency in your mafa. Talk of the Ansumani Fati Vieira and Florent Balogun. In fact, Balogun has been the consistent player in the Monaco setup, and he alone can't do the job. Sakwadeya or Senegal, Lamini Kamara, yes, they are all in there, but sometimes when and then the duty calls are a big game, they are unable to deliver. In fact, Simon Adingra has also not been bad for Bobo Queves in Monaco. But ask yourself, says that team Nimuno, says Sia say, what did the name say? Now they compare that of Paris FC now, or me a newly promoted side in the French League Championnat now. Send City. We are talking about a team Obosti of Jonathan Ikone. Ikone has been in the game for quite some time. He knows, in fact, the French League, he knows the ins and outs. Talk of Obitse Mosi Simon. out of Nigeria. We know also so the exploit so far. Talk of Italian striker Eddie Ciro Immobile. Also so I mean he has got all the experience, and tonight he's assisted and scored. So when you have all these players, talk of the Maxim Lopez and then Omun player APLE Melu also so Abwa to me and the defensive network is solid with goalkeeper Kevin Trapp of Germany, Onone Demdima Paris FC, talk of Abrantia Adama Kamara of Air France. And listen, Italian centre back, Diego Coppola, only a Branton and Dindi Mamadou Imbo, partnership, I are solid. Out him saying the leadership and the organization has been, top notch at the Mambo Comedy at the Paris FC. Right. So that is the reason why I check the diminishing returns. SC Monaco Bokono on performance. Can be a club like Paris FC, despite Monaco possessing the game, despite about starting to don't forget, Paris prior to this game, though Monaco, they've won 5 games, including a win against Paris Saint-Germain. But we are also talking about Paris FC, who are yet to also lose in the last 5 games of Mabo, though they've managed to draw 3 games and won only 2. But we check the competitiveness on board now. So and say right after the international break, about draw, and now here they are beating Monaco. And in some way, somehow I would say Monaco already Eddie Sebastian Pogonoli or no any Mantiano. Some way somehow they underrated the Paris FC team, So what they thought is as a new promoters are looking at the performance in the last 5 games, winning all they thought say maybe this one will be a mere formality. But I think Bobo Currency Paris FC, they anticipated this game as a big game. They are playing against Monaco, one of the big guns in the league end, and most definitely I pay off looking at the performance most especially like I earlier said, almost striker Ciro Immobile and that of Jonathan Ikodi, Marshall Munechi, and of course Musi Samo Munyano. They'll be involved in the 4 goals tonight. Omashe Edetia Monaco.
Wow. Right. And see Yama updates as games this Kosono. Now the other games are Basu in the EPO in La Liga. Many of the other we call England the Ebesha that Shibupa no there. Chelsea Manchester City game. I don't know if because of Chelsea's performance it's a big game. Yeah, but on any day, it's a big game. Chelsea needs City nebo, but chairman didn't know Ocean Space no Ocean side, Roseno anti about for any Shadan Kosaki on the Bekum then of course the new coach at the Black Stars and won't come out Hanomo. Young quite Brian touch on it because World Cup assembly Yakano and the warm up to the World Cup Yeguso Kakra 62 days to the World Cup Kakra until name we bring a bit to me say. Then the CAF president's visit to Senegal. I have press conference at church in Semu.
I didn't have a kind of.
Oh, I have press conference at church. I said, we be fine. Oh, on the Mran of the Yajuma, what I say, Mrao. Even disciplinary committee created an occasion. Let's again in Warsaw. So again, you not excuse the Hosa Muama Kanamonka. Na money na pamuka and the emra near the judgment. So the CAF president only more
again, apply the law of natural justice.
Well.
Where it says that you cannot be a judge of your own.
Yeah.
So it's again as Senegal sama ba.
It's all training home.
So I'm training one. You better so buntentia. Patriotic.
Yeah.
I say I'm quite master Senegal for because how we come new crowd na what can't say. When all canals are commerce and gas, so because of Buntentia or the Nicrom conflict of interest. Dinner as a mechanical original. And no man Nigerian in a headache committee. And then the one can.
I do want to well, because I said money I said it. Guys, of all the results at Barso in the Champions League this week, Emude win and a young Ken.
Yeah. Champions League. I
think
results in no, there was nothing shocking to me because Atletico beating Barcelona. They've done it in the Copa del Rey by beating Barcelona 4-0. 4 unanswered goals against Barcelona. No Bayern beating Real Madrid 2-1. Madrid and Alvaro Abalo are there because Oye coach biara na wadwene mu da ho na unim game ni mu na woti game na say obetumi asha Madrid for because tactically the coach lacks a lot. What you say? The choice of players and any changes in here. I know, say, as an insider for Madrid, you will agree with me, say, the decision of benching, Jude Bellingham and then starting at Brenton and did it, Thiago Pitach, our midfield will give an undue advantage to Tiwani Bayern. She sent a Bayern for now omo Dazzle, no more than it. Just look at the pace and the Bayern. You started game now pressure on the Madrid. So right from the onset, so what TV who now monitor game now you can clearly see say game is a Madrid engine Bayern for between the win ako Germany and rightly so it came to pass. Indeed, the result was Santiago Bernabeu wasn't also a shocking to me because this particular season under Alvaro Arbeloa Madrid, even Benfica crash Madrid. But as was Madrid in the Champions League, it gives other clubs in the or more that status. And then they say if they're able to up their game, they can also omit me as a team. No one that say team it is a Bayern, Real Madrid, Arsenal beating Sporting Lisbon to make sure say almost unbeaten run in the Champions League and is still intact. It was expected. Say Arsenal Sporting Lisbon. Yes, Sporting Lisbon after losing 3-0 against Bodo Glimt. Yes, against Bodo. Is it Bodo?
In the group stage.
Yeah, in the group stage, against Bodo, no na Obia Kase, Ebia Ebeye last stop. What you say? But the way and manner, Lisbon eba back. Na omde Bodo for no efa so no. Emankofo ebo shake kakra, but we are talking about Arsenal when you're very fine form and all have a roller coaster ride in the UEFA Champions League. Interbanisa, it's a mountain to climb for a club like Sporting Lisbon against Arsenal, or very fine form. Still unbeaten. Arsenal so go all the way to Portugal and came back to England or they 3 points in a by a 3 point and a goal or the EBPMO. PSG against Liverpool. And no America say Ebia so because Liverpool for no anya dia. To some extent it was their own records against the current form guide Omodikora again last season Omo Bob home by France PSG. Eventually they sat home and then they were eliminated in front of their faithful. So I want a PSG for be you day now maybe hopes were really high. So last year Konya Liverpool for far so invade Parc de Princess Sports Stadium. Ekoshe PSG for no. Maybe this season, will be something that will be very convincing and motivating for the Liverpoolians, But Obiadim said, and a slot Juma or Ama Liverpool, it has come under serious scrutiny. A lot of people are criticizing, say, direction of the team. Emfa as a coach Emfa enyede nyekoso no enyede matimina anti ebadisa it gives opportunity for people to analyze the game critically and then look at the avenue Liverpool for between the attitude me can say everything in football say Ukase Ocean on paper, the PSG for team and did Liverpool. Now the coaching aspect, there is no way you can talk about big coaches in Europe and then leave out Luis Enrique. He has seen it all when it comes to top level coaching in club football over Europe. Again, when it comes to player comparison, currently as we speak, PSG for no better individual players than that of Liverpool. What I say? Who bet me aka? She plays on ball. Even Vitinha, which Liverpool made for that. And now, over 20 now to Vitinha for now. I'm a typical Barcelona fan, but Vitinha for now, he's one of the, topmost midfielders in the European game now. On the ball, yeah. And the performance, when it matters most, he will deliver for you. And one particular place is all kakran or your household name. Meaning say onyanya a big or a bumper move from PSG. He will be, in the news of being considered to be part of the Ballon d'Or. Be a shortlisted or the 3 top players of member Ballon d'Or. That is a Brenton in the creature Kvaratskhelia. What he did for Napoli, we all thought that it was a fluke. But Oba PSG, until so, Now what happen in game no anytime PSG be game be able say PSG for any total control or dominance over the opposition team, then there is a certain creature Carrasqueria who is making all the the important runs and then giving the passes to Osman Dembele, Desire Doué and Bradley Barcola Momodi Bona 20 PSG in so what shall Liverpool 2-0 no me na yam because let me say ombelusu me say PSG for day ebe show mo nti results e bebe by any na Eric. There was no shocking results. My own Barcelona losing any news. Yantutu enome ya Hansi Flick obese frim because eba the Champions League. I say ye kiki wali ginim edu Champions League proper na enome bi akwa na say akoji
right, okay.
The when in na be kwa akoji the return legs are ye be monitor no.
All right. So yeah, Bremwe na yen share some of the games controversies here and there but results no there na yan
Maka say ni nyina no na enye nwanwa but the happenings be wo mu a ena na ma ye nwanwa. Let me start from team where friend say Real Madrid and Bayern Munich game na omo boy no. In the Champions League Arsenal na di first, Bayern Munich na di second. Seminso na America in European football top 5 leagues na yebo sisi no. The most informed team in the top 5 leagues na Bayern Munich. Odi ano to nchan ya. Won say most of the teams na mo ball a 4-3-3 formation. Enti ya na mostly most of the teams were attacking trial. The be 3 players or mujina ni mu ho. The 39 friend number 7 and number 11 and number 9 or striker. The most informed attacking trial in European football currently as we speak now. Bayern Munich attacking trial. Michael Olise, Harry Kane, and then Luis Diaz. Or more some scintillating form that someone will be share. Now your defense, you have every cause to worry about. It is them coming all over to Santiago Bernabeu with that dilly-dallying form of Madrid. Now Mobesha Madrid and young Mama Bebre. A game that I expected an explosive football. Because whether you like it or not, Madrid, no matter the form of womb, when they get to a level like this in the Champions League, not on a night like this in the Champions League, every single Madrid fan, every single Madrid player be a bit arrogant when it comes to the Champions League. They believe it's their competition and you will not outrun them. Even if Ubi Yoma Film Grumpona, they will not sit down for you to outrun them. They will stamp that to you and make sure that no pound for pound. So Menam say game it was always going to be an explosive football. But in terms of form, in terms of quality, any Bibiano, that team where friends at Madrid were a bit lower than Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich has said the game will not be decided at the Santiago Bernabeu. As I speak to you now, Eric, someone make microphone to do any analysis on the second leg. I will not do any analysis and say outrightly Bayern Munich are qualifying.
Really? Despite what you saw in the first leg.
This is Real Madrid and the Champions League. Look, two teams remain. The royalties of the Champions League. Some teams remain. They are royal children of trophy now. Competing for no. So the tournament knows them.
Okay.
And Madrid, in as much as in the Champions League, anytime you lose at home, in the first leg, this is a Madrid team where you can underrate them at your own peril. Bayern Munich will go into the game as favorites, but it will not only Bayern Munich can pay for from only Hunes Moaba, the last player on the bench. They will tell you say this is Real Madrid, and until the referee blast the rest of where we know. You cannot say it's a job.
Okay, all right.
The second match I'm mentioned Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool. Last time Liverpool called Paris Saint-Germain, almost share Paris Saint-Germain. But going into this particular game, I didn't expect say team of Liverpool will share Paris Saint-Germain. But I can say a club like Liverpool with the quality of players of more. In as much as a player for playing in terms of form, no, Paris Saint-Germain will be anything in Liverpool. No. Liverpool played 90 minutes without having shot on target. So Omo make attempt to score and a keeper actually ball no amanage. Not a single one. And it's a worrying situation for me as Obia na me the game nature how it was going. But some Paris Saint-Germain actually Liverpool there enye ade a obeka say na ebro so na say na unexpected. Then over team my friend say Liverpool Barcelona and team my friend say Atletico Madrid game no. The last game on boy between the two teams you know. Wanda Metropolitan. Now Barca akoshe Atletico Madrid Wanda Metropolitan
in the league.
In the league. So coming into this game, no be and say, oh, Barca are favorites to win. But you see, one thing I say, this club, this season, Oma Bomu say Omo in the Copa del Rey 2. And Oma Bomu in the Premier League 2.
I think
La Liga 2. Nice, I have 4.
Yeah.
Good. So Ushia will be consistently in a season like that. Now performance, you know. A idea it me to hana to hire planning for that such games are difficult.
Okay.
So Ushia with Timbako. Now and you say, oh, win him say, oh, confidence already we will sweep them aside. Planning and preparing for that team no is very, very difficult. And so again now.
I remember one of the seasons it was Mourinho when Oya coach for Real Madrid. Barca 5 times in a season. Why no Barca born 5 in Africa?
Exactly. It I don't know who con. Madrid for never no. They don't have confidence in themselves. Barca for never so we so psychologically it is easier to prepare for some matches no. But so games on about in the La Liga and Copa del Rey now. I think Zebako ATM nane Barca for 4-0. And a Barca focus on 10 over. I think almost 3.
I'm
try. And then in the league, you know, Barca for Abeshomo, Bako 2-1. So coming into this particular game, no, now a bit of a problem. Diego Simeone in his entire coaching career, will be PMO Atletico Madrid, no, on share Barca or Barca home. I will come no. On winning. And he has been able to win this game. Barca in a red card and they played it to the advantage and made sure say on bet me and win.
All right, okay.
Yeah, it was an expected scoreline because not a game it was a 50-50 game, just that ATM SCZ opportunity with the situation and air corner and no motivate share Arsenal and team my friend said Sporting Lisbon prior to that game and as a Sporting CP now Omako 17 games unbeaten almost stadium and not much share over 40 goals.
Even in the Champions League this season, one of the informed teams
in the Champions League, almost Paris Saint-Germain 2-1.
Very strong side.
Very, very strong side. And said that now a route to Omani Bodo game no. Now Obia rate Bodo as favorites. Bodo Eshomo Ewo Bodo Hono. Everybody thought it was a done deal for them, but look at how they came back and then overturned the scoreline now. Or they qualified the core. But when they were meeting Arsenal, no, they were meeting the most compact defense in the league, in the Champions League. And Arsenal had one job to do. In as much as in the Champions League, Arsenal were forming in you don't go to Portugal and disrespect Sporting CPO in their home. You need to manage the game no, and make sure say once a year 2-tier league in there, when you're able to get a respectable scoreline, and I say you're able to get a favorable scoreline, you come and finish the job ever. And that's exactly what Arsenal did. They made sure Sporting Lisbon a lot of spaces to attack them. And then they will not also go and play that explosive football. We are going to attack them from all angles to create spaces and then open up your team for them to also attack us. So if you attack the team now, he was just trying to manage the game, control the tempo, and then pick the moments. And one of them, and a buyer, Zubimendi Asiedu, but unfortunately for them, now almost try Kano. Victor Jokeres, every upside position and then another moment was when Abentia said Gabriel Martinelli a far ball no Obodema can have it. And you see, one thing Abwa Arsenal this season, the ability to win games from the bench. When say the Champions League this season, they are the team with the highest goals from the bench. Say players every bench about the Champions League match. No, maybe impact on the game. No,
so more depth in squad.
Exactly. And social game now, against Sporting go nearby. No, it was a substitute player assisting another player to score. Gabriel Martinelli, Ebeyi, Leandro Trossard, and then Kai Havertz, Ebeyi, Martin Odegaard. And it was between these two players and they did go the buy. One aspect of Arsenal game no airborne this season. I worked my friend David Raya.
Okay.
In that particular game now, he made about 3 brilliant saves for Arsenal on any day. Ebia ebetimi atonet for Sporting Lisbon. So okay, Joman de pass or the Fabian White. Achi Emma striker and the boss abo no.
Okay.
Keeper had to parry the ball on fan and carbon and kobo goal post no. Offense the crossbar no. On any day a keeper be ebetimi afan say won e corner atonet no. Then in the second half on Luis Suarez so a crash back bia. So I was stretching the Sasa control on the bar back into play now, and on any day I said to me turn it, and then I think that there was another ball being also or something say go post in chair by bisa. Ninyane kept Arsenal in the game sir until Kai Havertz allowed that late equalizer.
You think Arsenal is going to be able to get over this?
Of course, the game is done.
So for Arsenal,
no, not that because once Emirates this season in the Champions League, Arsenal Lucy, Arsenal board Rompo. You understand? And having gone to Portugal, no Wakonya 1-0 win. Obedufia, I bet to say on the Chelsea airball was a Carabao Cup. Arsenal has no business to change the game. But what I say, a best sport in the bay a lot of running, and the moment you are doing a lot of running, you open up for the team to attack. So Arsenal will have that comfort to play on the game. No, say the more pen time. No, and form.
So Arsenal is getting over.
Of course, Arsenal will get to the semi-final for the 4th time. Unim say Arsenal so in the entire Arsenal history. Say Omo cross this match against Sporting Lisbon. No, do semi-final in the Champions League. Now say the history of Arsenal. No, got semi-final 4. In the hit of us now, Obako semi-final 4 as a mega domo 2. And I'm Mikel Arteta domo 1 last season. This season, say almost a final bima. Ombenya the 4th semi-final in the history of Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta will become the first coach of the Arsenal echo 2 semi-finals consecutively. Among 4 was 17-15 Champions League trophies. One baby Arsenal.
But I mean, at your level and how you guys marketing, yeah, I'm fine.
And be fitting for. Arsenal is the only club any Champions League. But you have big boys maybe from at least the crown person Arsenal could be a fan be a better ribbon will lose to crank and you. But some no can Arsenal go final 2006.
Madrid Ashe, say Madrid Ashe. You monitor the then Eric Carroll say what you say. Check the clubs now. You say since 92 ever. What you say? Clubs of Magic Champions League. The level of investment. Even in recent time, Man City. Can't boat to get to the Champions to win.
FC Porto are winning Champions League, you know. Champions League.
No, in football, I would the you know those stories. One I be from back. But then you need investment.
No, it's not about winning. No, I'm saying say, you can't Arsenal as a club. You have big boys. Can in as much as all the banter to Obi or nim football modi football bia e can o can big class abebo Arsenal account.
Oh for sure.
That you understand it. But say o the league 7 na bia to nchen na ye fa Champions League na say what big boys in Yakoshia no. I am sitting here and telling you say Nyakopo ya na say next week Arsenal e share Sporting Lisbon na say Sporting Lisbon na Arsenal free mo. In the entire history of Arsenal e team 18 something no. Omako Champions League no 4 semi-final 4 1 2 3 4. And yes, a final, semi-final, last 4.
And you think it is not befitting?
Don't be
All right, that's fine. I get you. Come on, bro. And I didn't say on
the 20th of March. And I know Prepzone see and I ye ubisa. Sometimes na not draw na nyaba. A quarter final draw so. And then I make say Eriku. me a sympathizer of Real Madrid. So the Barcelona Siena, the Madrid here. Me who say we are seen as the best club in history. Real Madrid. Me say any day more. Though as a Chelsea supporter, but the truth of the fact is that Argentina mra me can say this be a miracle. This agba juju. And the bet nyama Real Madrid ahye bae. Ya kan Madrid fans no. Say ka say boy be bo. That me catch on say bobo ko ba kwa ya bae ebre. Say eduru wa oni be bo Champions League na Real Madrid. Prior to this man no match here ba so no. Ya say me sura. Then I think say na me ka say be 8 matches ni. Enya dia bae for no matimi awin. The last time I make kai was at that day na me dey can say 2012 okay. You say Mourinho time if for buy for win you feel bet a penalty shootout and if for no can say Madrid win here but penalty shootout na buy for team here then and qualify and that aside you know now no more 2024 abra Bayern Munich no Real Madrid ba be Champions League and Ancelotti no o me san ko share semi final Emma also Vinicius in fact o mu feel e 2-2 and then so bitimi koye but this time na you wo mu say Madrid no any some magic here I do Champions League night AC no I am gidi say o me ntimi nka say it's over for Madrid no media metina ka say it's over for Madrid
okay
because
there's no way they are going to be able to come back
coach I mean management you know in terms of the player managerial aspect you know problematic or Real Madrid Alvaro Arbeloa the experience you know of him he's a learner on the job. Okay. In fact, he came in because of the fact he said Nipa na Edinburgh see Ancelotti and I know at some point in time no lose dressing room I will say a team change of hands and so anything shall be alone share ball in Nancy to no Abelu Abesumu ye nya say why G3 in terms of say all winning matches na ko betima consistent and if Real Madrid the La Liga no grandpa at some point in time no or press conference no the two just say mathematically Real Madrid nya the o out no and then me wo gidi wa rehemu say Alvaro Arbeloa entimi taking the neck out in Kase Madrid bet imagine the league no ko ba bia ne mani na media Barcelona foi o me de one sa on be side etimi ajade na defend but no kwasem say in the UEFA Champions League you know Real Madrid person san ye bibia bio kwa bia just a bia yenya Sebelis mo ko shafa Bayern Munich players no abra mo bo Allianz Arena this a be or cast players under a certain spell. I'm more to me deliver.
But that's unfair. I mean,
yes, and if you look at Hurricane, Luis Diaz, look at
but you know as a sports pundit, you are surprising me saying the Champions League won directly Real Madrid.
That be my mom says
they can't and they just say
2-0. Yababa show.
Okay.
Omufio no
2-1.
2-1. Baby Edu no. Baby Edu. Me come na dey metimi aka dey me sense me bo. Move to Real Madrid obetimi aye ne magic no e bia and Ancelotti mu no ne sade no. But Vincent Company say and then we say no aso we di 40 years. Che say drink no me ade aye pugu ni so no we no. Players no o me well motivated so o be mo wura no na ni ma banyam. So we qualify.
When they say Madrid SSN or stand on the call first leg.
Yes, I was Santiago Bernabeu.
On between her Bayern Munich for. What's the game Champions League boy away go ni mo. It as we speak Madrid better have a share 1 and the game requires extra time.
Extra time, yeah.
Now a couple penalties.
Yeah.
First leg now what I saw was that Obo Vinicius and Mbappe. But now almost spread it over the edge of almost 18 Bayern Munich 18 yard box.
Yeah.
So it was easy for Bayern Munich to contain them.
Yes.
Eric, Bayern Munich team that one of our weakest links.
Center backs, you know. Upamecano ni Jonathan Ta.
Only Jonathan Ta.
Yeah.
Give them pressure and they will succumb.
And the in fact,
Abeloa. I'll just put one player on them. So player back or you quick and answer or you bullish. Just place it in the middle of these two. They will cave. And the Amad game near dangerous and they say, well, going into this particular game, team where friends Madrid has nothing to lose again. Or many be Omada from Madrid be it's called a Hawkon. Or any body, the
or die be die.
But the baby, I want to miss you when you say if you look at the players omo air starters Edema Bayern Munich, the Michael Olise, the Serge Gnabry, the Hurricane Luis Diaz, and po oko pemu omo bench wa. Yes, Jamal Musiala, enye prepra. This is one player. I mean, nanka ye the prospect apprentice ikura.
Okay.
Now obemu ye the likes of Eneno Greska mo ye the likes of even that Leonard Carr mo you know. I believe for sure. Jackson Cropper and said ye can't come. But it okunumu ye the ombaba Real Madrid ye said the dynamic kind you know. Be a magic be my more tebi and beba they are the grandmasters, but this time looking at their crisis Bayern Munich for na meti pro still on be qualify to the next round. Again, Arsenal time in Sporting CP or Emirates bury feel Sporting CP for the tray say nya di Asempa so na be win ya so easy. Ayiko so back I done na call lanchi UCL a pub series our Wiggles na you buy Leverkusen Arsenal game no so okay last minute see na penalty bi Kai Havertz we one player a man for adwin ko ho. The reason why sometimes coaches the likes of Thomas Tuchel no Mikel Arteta on as soon as force number 9 no anya ma bi na CC na no the time of we say there no kunu wan wie ni we no Kai Havertz has that thing no I'll bet the about the narrative and so game in the amount. So Kai Havertz in particular so
all right.
Yeah, na etiti bobo komudi the Arsenal. Now no only opportunity. Obaye be adwuma ti Leverkusen or some prove against Sporting CP. Esa ye adwuma no that embers of the game. And for now I see for sure. So bobo conference Arsenal. Oh Emirates no. Owen did the Arteta. On the boys, they have a game in hand to play in the Premier League. Yet they will be concentrating on that particular game. Says our fourth time now. Or maybe Remo and so they can't say a semi-final of the UCL no 18 bomb. But believe me, I can tell you, say Arsenal. Remo semi-final. That will be their last stop. Arsenal will be Sporting CP. Yeah. But when they reach the semi-final, it will be their last stop. Barcelona also to Atletico Madrid. And then they've been playing against themselves. Barca and Atletico Madrid. Now the year and so cup then they see isn't it a Copa del Rey? Oh, no Barca for this on major but exercise 3-0 the Batamfa. Already did the Diego Simeone. The squad no crown no. Ayuko. I'm for doing con all squad of foul. Only the greasy no ne Julian Alvarez ma sa so lot to monum ni sa guys na egu bench wo no Alex Boy na ni Thiago Amada mo ne Nico Gonzalez mo gugu wo no omo Mendoza mo ne Vargas mo these are young players are all integrated omo na the Bagliano Simeone no krampo no enso so another. Okay, if you look at the squad Atletico Madrid krana enye mo wa so mom ekwa share Barca 2-0 Spotify campaign, and this is the first time in about 26 games our team ko esade no Riyadh Metropolitano no I'm expecting already this Simeone and so my experience here Juma and so many boys the reason why Atletico Madrid even though say him say there ababi be wu an eso there but owura on timi nje 12 krampo dia and so Kenya ne ho esan say yes bayifu ana say bayifu obi o bayifu ya tu na yi kra no na nkra de so I think say aduru sa point why bi wagigi Europa ni bi Champions League finals ya hu bi ontimi gibi de La Liga so kakra wa ho no ya hu Super Cup no wagigi in this UEFA Champions League say bi abrana so baba be Jabas Atletico Madrid bobo ko no akwa Barca de so muti enso so I'm tipping Atletico Madrid say duma na no me they will capitalize on that. Now in the semi-final, Omo Buki Omo take it. In the return encounter, Ombesa the area Duano, PSG and Liverpool. The least said about that game the better, right? Because we all knew say last season, Liverpool and so part the pranks. Okay, Harvey Elliott to free bench by Ebeshe. That game, Salah, now he was nowhere to be found. He was just a mere passenger in the game. At some point, there's an assault. He free move. Harvey Elliott to buy on Ubenya go no, but besides, say no, Munya that away go. Important goal. So about first leg, I call winning. Oh, the party on Babaton Anfield, the saying. Okay. Anfield, no, Luis Enrique and the boys, they know there. They've been there last season, and they know for sure. Say Liverpool on your dome. Look at the players are for now. The coach and then Oya Juma. The kind of tactics are implemented. Paris Saint-Germain have the men on bed from the goalkeeping department to the attack. If you are talking about someone of Grumple and Demois or the bunch of experience, check on defensive back line. No money, Hakimi, Africa's best player. Check it, Nuno Mendes. Check it, Awas Marcos. I mean, you
don't believe in companies.
I do it.
This is Anfield.
Anfield. Go go is one. Paris Saint-Germain are definitely good.
Girona Ateneca, Real Madrid 1, Girona 1 after Federico Valverde go no Girona Ateneca at Bernabeu.
Samachi no correct score 3-1.
Sir.
Yeah.
Against
Madrid will win 3-1. Yeah.
And then what would you?
Oh, Ombe we need 3-1. First time baby. Ombe we need 3-1.
Thomas Lemar. Okay, no. Okay, Thomas Lemar.
Yeah, of course, Atletico Madrid.
Monaco. Monaco. Mbappe ne Fernandinho.
Wow. We will come to still the Black Stars, but in England, there's a game this weekend. Chelsea, Man City, Ebebo. City have a reason I'm more boss that game. They know the league is at stake. If they want to win it, games are kanyina as I'm preparatory. No master pressure. Chelsea also emphatic pressure. Oh, Chairman Brett. And no my game. A game can say say nana. And share your game, Papa. We are Ken.
A difficult game simply because of senior baby offer free, you know the title ambitions or aspirations of Man City as compared to Chelsea or finding a fit to make a statement under a new manager. Our manager by himself season didn't start with a manager. He came along the line, so ama and normal a bit difficult for the manager or try say stabilize the team now after one more that consecutive wins for the supporters to be happy. But then what the sad dynamics in at Kenya and no be play to the gallery of the teams in the main issue ever match and say Chelsea on City. So on Timino, I want a case in I want. So maybe someone will say a struggling Chelsea under Liam Rosenua. Oba share City at this point. And they are doing a for fra obey against Manchester City because it is there. So for the past 5 years, even Chelsea playing at Stamford Bridge on City. Chelsea best ever Stamford Bridge air draw. The last time Chelsea won Stamford Bridge. Omo abetua say ya bo home. Ama ne dey just say home ya boy. Ye tumi ashe Manchester City. It was an FA Cup. It was an FA Cup game. So wo date back na wo hwe a Premier League game at Chelsea. Ebo was Stamford Bridge. Eshe Manchester City. It was 2-1 22 West Ham. That means something that makes sure West Ham share 2 goals. Nay 1 city 81 pesos. Eric, the last time Chelsea won a game against Manchester City, it was 2020, and at that time, Ucheki Chelsea team no mukura goalkeeper ne ote Arsenal team ni mo. Arizabala no okasa team ni ho. O check players omusi akan ene omu boy Christensen ene okọ Barcelona, Rudiger ewo Madrid, N'Golo Kante akọwe asabe piemo for the batch eye transit ene namu Oliver Giroud crowd here yehu baby so okọ America so nam here Christian Pulisic is playing okọ back to France. Christian Pulisic is playing for AC Milan. Messi Mount is with Manchester United. Abrenton did Marcos Alonso any team nim. Oh, William Muina, this are play Ross Barkley Muina no mbosa team ni. That was the last time Chelsea played at Stamford Bridge in a Premiership game. To be shared Manchester City by 2-1. Interbanisa, who say, is it going to be the same, track record between Chelsea and Man City, especially at the Stamford Bridge, And now say they Liam Rosenwa will give something different. Me feel say Chelsea problems no munemu under Liam Rezinuano. Eric, enye beyond repairs.
Enye beyond repairs.
Enye beyond repairs. A matter of Liam Rezinua understanding say. Oye kura wo game nim. Nto so tiase. Even Ateta kura sweaty. Ateta 5 years with Arsenal. Onukwa go into such games or sweaty. Oh, I say ɛyɛ da sɛ wabɛfa Chelsea team no because Chelsea were clout no. Yes, no the moment you born this so Chelsea coach no, you know, the following, the popularity and those kind of things no shooty what you say drastically and a course ro. Inti ebanisa as a coach you do baby no when you head taste kakra. When you trimudaba what you say no when you trimude changes ho nim faso na akwesa change no line up person nim faso but also understanding the status of Chelsea team no obi no betu catch him say the current team of Chelsea a bad team but this is the same team papa di kwaji FIFA club anamba Enzo Maresca the same team this is the same team Enzo Maresca di kwaji FIFA club World Cup into me feel say the Chelsea problems under Liam Rezinua and beyond repairs it is up to the manager to accept to say this is a top club and decisions be taken should not be influenced by the feelings but the real game situations. Game in the Korea na City as our corner didn't tear Chelsea. I won't be surprised.
Wow. All right, that's fine. Kwabra Bremu, your own Chelsea versus Manchester City.
Game way a brand new puffy say if you be say any mission when munyam.
Now him say na say Madrid. What's say Madrid ne ban fan. Okay. But Chelsea dey say Okay. Chelsea dey no enye. The Bible abam.
Enye.
I do Chelsea dey. Bible quotation abam. Yahweh uti. But I do Real Madrid no. Real Madrid dey beyond repairs.
Real Madrid no. Ahia guama obi akotiem.
Nyame ntimi nye.
Okay. Yes nyame na beye. But Chelsea dey na league.
Okay.
Otosu nsia. What you dey na say? And yes, can you jam who say Chelsea ankasa or body tia Manchester City enkoyi. And indeed the other kind no correct. In the Premier League bridge ne pa Chelsea throw 2-1. Messi mo to more time where you check. But you see Chelsea mrantia ankasa ni. Say you go say na yeye. Liam nankasa nsese wajetun ni nnewa bia na oyeye no osamba na no ye the Portville essa narrative no sir he say ya bobe 4 matches na ni nyina ntwodie unya PG no no ye 5-2 na ye gi Newcastle 1-0 na PG babe ye fie be share 3-0 na Everton cross ye nimu ase how to take international break in service situation kakra ma Chelsea ba back ya na che Portville fu FA Cup no dan former nyakwaduro show mo e canon so na ye ya 7-0 na o the Manchester City no akoshe Liverpool 4-0 Liverpool bi anim se enye yi na Chelsea ayakoshe 7-0 no ye mom ye well motivated ye with that confidence say coach no wasa yenim sa nye se wasa because onya de na mom as a crack to a ba for experiment ni we no endoso eno kan bi again yendi founders na kasa bebre na no emprepra consistency ni 84 na ne china na de hato china na akofa bade ahile ni akofa tosi adarabia yo chese bebre malo gusto no obebo china na ehun se James ba in fact James betia akobo odi midfield row ni akofa Romeo Lavia no so ba bebo ene ma kukure ya mo left back because we pira no foforo ba bebo so these are some of the things that ayen Chinabon Andre Santos ni akofa Kopama na esugo Dario esugo mu ani netomu nyina eba bebobi ya o Pedro Beriko ye bo na no player of the month ye team ni mu a ye say yawo Nkwara Pedro de Jesus this player player me gidi said this game Pama omo partnership with the adwuma sa me obetumi aka Eli Haaland obeka Ryan Sheki obeka Antoine Semenyo obeka Tijani Rangers akama mush monom ne Savinho ye odin birthday eni ya nipa dokui mu betumi aka bibia
so be
Mark Gay ni kusa of one e ba be defend dia eni Manchester City no me hu ade bia so bro so win or draw for Chelsea
win or draw
we opa man ko twa so ko twa we na Man City ko goals for the simplest thing ko goals me say tie me who tie me I can't kyerɛ wo nɛ sɛ Chelsea ni Man City no mumu bebree bɛkɔ Man City because record so kyerɛ sɛ enya dia Chelsea tidy nkunim editia we since 2020 only nkunim why are they draw but sa game we me
final answer
me kwabra support me ti Asempa na me ka kyerɛ wo me nua ukwa kotwa bet no obeko fikesiem se tie me nyam funso enkotwa Man City ko goals over 2.5
right,
sa game no ubedidi peche but Chelsea ye bewie na so wanya de obodo a enye mo wa
we not go for Chelsea
awarding na Man City kura no eso in terms of player to player in terms of the coaches omo brains no but clearly if we look at the Chelsea team no say CA omo international break by ni jaba mu any players bi omo recover ni bibia Chelsea have the ability send in ombetimi den service the situation say ntwodie pa eba be hye omo 3-0 4 to say Man City mu ne Newcastle na you ever team be there I don't think say BBC.
All right, yeah, Abraham, before you come, Stagali also listening live from Pobi. Today I was doing an argument about City winning Chelsea, not because I'm a City fan, but I just love the team today. And the person said to me, Semenyo have to leave City. I asked why. Guess what was his reason? All because since his arrival, City have been winning games because he doesn't want City to win any trophy again. No, I don't get your message well. I mean, Eric, please tell my brother Ivan Sapon that he should relax when talking about us, Real Madrid, in terms of Champions League, because it's a competition for us and we are capable of doing the unthinkable any time and anywhere. God willing, next week the world will witness another magical night from us. Greetings to GFA Communications Director in 2018 coming MP for Ayensuano constituency, Mr. Henry Asante. Wow. Hey, Apakan GH. Yeah. So greetings to everyone in the studio.
Say to Kroma.
I will advise you. Relax.
There be Apakai in particular.
I back where said the trabet. Found Sato on your trouser.
Some message.
There be a second trouser.
No, not the one base.
No, you are so sure.
There be me. Buy
Real Madrid bought Champions League.
Real Madrid.
Okay.
We are in 2026.
Okay.
6 nearly 2. 2012 happy.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. All right. Yeah, Chelsea City na fe yanko anim.
Enka enye Arsenal for adi omakoye no last Tuesday they are English football no. Enka obeka say Chelsea, aside the fact that omo fighting to get into the top 4 no. Ombo motivational. And there's a normal motivation not 10%. I do 20%.
Right.
I do 20% for Chelsea because first, not in their minds, they needed to get into the top 4 to make sure say Ombetimi and UEFA Champions League qualification. Because all share Chelsea and whatever they are doing now, they know very well say winning the league, they are far away. But they will need yes, but they will need to return to the topmost European competition. So that be on Benye Sikabi, a diabetic to Mokabi Sonia, within the Chelsea hierarchy and the Chelsea setup, they had one eye on the Champions League. Now, Arsenal winning against Sporting Lisbon, Amma England, the Premier League in Enya. One slot at the account I'm already existing 4 now. It may what be qualify, what be defeat in the Premier League, or Champions League qualification. Now let's see. Chelsea, they were 48 points at that 6th position. Liverpool or that 5th position, they were 49 points. Aston Villa that 4th position, they were 54 points. So between Chelsea and Aston Villa, 6 points and them.
Okay.
Which with 7 games to go, it is still achievable for Chelsea to go into the top 4. Even if Omanya Aston Villa Bank at your man with the on and off form of Liverpool, I'm going to do money with just 1 point. They are easy to overtake team 1. Your friend is Liverpool. So going into the game against Manchester City, they know very well say they have to get a very, very good result against team of friends at Manchester City to help among quest of qualifying into the Champions League, right? Now, so flip coin answer from Manchester City. So after more City away game in hand, but as we speak now, between club of friends at Manchester City and Arsenal that league top, a 9 points any them. Arsenal air ball against Bournemouth. Should Arsenal win against Bournemouth before City plays against Chelsea, the points will be 12 points. Anything beyond, and I say anything below win for Manchester City means that the league is gone. Even before City and Arsenal be ball, it hard no. Say Arsenal etimi share Bournemouth Ochina. Now almost stretch league in equal 8 points. Equal 12 points. It means that it's either Manchester City will drop points, 2 points, and now say 3 points against Chelsea. So man to me against Chelsea, Arsenal will either maintain the 12 points, and now say about 10 points. Before so money Arsenal bought with Sports Stadium, and before that game, the league said the league will be gone. And the game way a competitive and tense game. Manchester City wants to stay in the competition, even if they will lose it. They will not just want to leave it just like that. And at Chelsea is also an opportunity to fight and get back to Europe, especially in the Champions League, because and then England 5 slots. A game where Obeka say, Enka Man City ebe Timmy Chelsea because for some time now Chelsea intimate and Man City. But Obeka first half of the season, Abana City go home against Chelsea. No, everybody thought say City are trying Chelsea.
Okay.
But it took Enzo Fernandez last minute goal for Chelsea to get an equalizer and move back to London with a draw. And your gamer, I would want to stick my neck out and say Manchester City Chelsea outright, and I wouldn't also say Chelsea special Manchester City.
Okay.
Because one, Manchester City aside and some of my has not been consistent with their performance. 2-3 consistent performance be you are getting the hope say, oh, Man City is coming back now. Him now results be from back. Now aside the mobile form. Obekaya, they had very good consistency. Mobile and West Ham. I think so Omone Wolverhampton Wanderers. And so it was the same thing. And yet this particular City team any team team do says come what may
that convincing.
Exactly. That convincing come what may or more individual players that on any day they can turn the fortunes for Manchester City. Antoine Semenyo, Ryan Cherky,
Omunye convincing Papa Bie. Omunye extraordinary.
Exactly. But their individual quality players are on any day, on their day, they can also cause havoc for any team.
Okay, that's fine.
I would want to make it a break in terms of the America or non question. But game it will be very competitive because of situations, how a city is a City would want to be in the competition. But what I say, Chelsea enya a leap way to qualify for the Champions League. 89 year on person better from because omone Man City should they able to be if they're able to punch above their weight now Omosha at least they will still stay close to Liverpool. Of course. Should even Liverpool beat top 5 the Liverpool crash up Fulham they will still remain 1 point but what I say so that extra motivation will make Chelsea go into the game putting up a fight against him.
That's
fine. Manchester City.
Yeah, 100% right.
Right, and so you know how and Yamabisiako Horomo touching on other stories making headlines Juan Saniako Black Stars and some of the so Frank Lampard on the verge of doing magic with Coventry. This is almost done, and so but Memphis the Pioneer Corinthians. Sika or modest Makwano. No, the helicopter in Aba Macho. Match helicopter no dia chop no dia bisu. Seriously, but almost Sika pass so rain almost yeah. So you look at the Kudu situation, but stories coming in. Another name Abba up for the Real Madrid job here Didier Deschamps. When himself after the World Cup is done.
Yeah.
And so Didier Deschamps didn't so Abba front running papa. I be overtake Allegri. Yes, Didier Diambe to me. Pochettino the mayor presentation investment boni din fragora.
Mauricio Pochettino. But only say one thing they say Alman for admin course. Coaches and Casa the world is lacking coaches.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No, well, a certain class maybe.
Yes, almost I'm making. One say Sanka, yes, I'm doing epic coach. You are talking about A-list coaches.
You come there. Well, until Simonsa, never honor Yasheno, so a one some can. Okay, now, Mebacho, Utiemia Timmy. Natural, dear mammy. So, try dear mammy. So, Utie Prepzone. And then we are seeing your way. As a set, we are strategic. As a set, we are strategic. We know, can say, 82 minutes. Still 1-1 Real Madrid, Girona. One strategic ebe fa kon it would say bibia bana eye kwan ebe fa so e de disika you wide work smart you know when so betimi adi 100,000 Ghana cedis like what 100,000 Ghana cedis ni di nya den so it ya na wutie radio na ti na strategic with it 100,000 Ghana cedis seriously. Now, there's a new game. As I game, you have to say, games are going to be Joshua. Sir, I would do any yam. And yes, I would do. The J scratch Jabasa Ghana for home being ham. It won't do. GH scratch SCRATCH.com. Obona oko platform neswa. No one register. O register. O opportunity miensa self-timid disca. Really, scan I'm laughing like killer. First of all, go platforms make us to scratch card. Auto scratch card. O phone has waiting there scratch it. Scratch card be able scratch it be sika watching. And you can win up to 100,000. Oh my goodness, you can't make people boss no. Near Tosum, you know, at a daily challenge. Other players scratch at the same time I scratch. So all scratch the door other players no. Maybe not more scratch the door no. Ya fat top 5, more scratch the door. Top 5 no. Daily cash na ya channel. Ya chamamo. If first you check 100,000. You bet chamamo. Wait when you buy 5,000 Ghana cedis. And then you kwanya mi nwa. They toss me. They toss me inside the game challenger. Over pick your favorite card. O pick your favorite card make top 5 on one. What's in your cash ready? It in a day or never bounce on. Na sika what din some ketwa. It and can so a ghscratch.com. GHSCRATCH.com. Just register, play and win. People are winning. What are you waiting for? La Palm Casino now power ghscratch.com. The Gaming Commission of Ghana and Sasha say the patrocian to start from me. ghscratch.com. I'm okay hone and a Prepzone Jumati a brewo. Ya can't say you know. Now Electroland the 4K hone. Now make Electroland I just mono. And that because try me ya ninja when you fee. Na sana brante di gumu fie hono ye ho an fie an bebo pono say brante adan obaso bumi dan no ko fie oxy ni 1 week and okobu dan no unim Electroland the 4 home entertainment no feel the sound of music and ready and you gum tim Samsung TCL media home theater na awade nyankopon e pa cho Easter ya ye diwe omudi almost egusu Easter dimu Thomas atete so to de a na san chawade Electroland for one some na make in almost stay cool with my conditioners and so now we say ba could be white with the sea bedside also a bottom street yeah say we already know who those are no children is here is a bottom and they come up yes Electroland for condition come on a bonkasa near condition de bia na ne hunimu so ne so fridge bedside fridge so a fridge no a chilean kasa kuku ayade no 4 to 6 burner gas cookers for what complete with grill and an oven o ma na modern akasa ti bibia go grill say oven ni nya o ma ye dia hyem Electroland for one na make kire we hwe jajaja say o see laundry no washing machine Electroland ba once bro phone tade wo de ko Electroland for showroom en ya and answer online electrolandgh.com omo number ni 050 315 9739 050 315 9739 from say otiom Asempa FM de eka yes so to de sa chawa de to ade ne jade to ade ne nyaade yeah yes sa chawa de so aka san yafu anya sam ke to akra o chere community sports quiz na ma so next week na beba ba bia du no ade na de why de was yes ekoko de ba no nipa pre ito cha de e ba hwiatra na next week abeto aso na se the communities na ke kan ho e wade na se no anu odin pa ni ade you know to ekobodi die ni so e beto aso na ye ko enim na mede ayen ko foforo ho no enso ede abro guys touch on the Didier Sham to Real Madrid then mame if it would be a good bargain for Real Madrid. Yeah,
I think that it will be a good bargain. Or experienced manager, and he's won the World Cup. He's managed players with ego. Said an American. So share a year homo quote unquote because of my age mate no. He seems to be the only available manager on the market. Or because in the current status and what he has done befitted the status of Real Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti Brazil. Jose Mourinho seems to be out of the stock. Pep Guardiola did say it will not even close. Florentino Perez did say Uncle Reno. So and Jurgen Klopp seems not too enthused about coaching at the top level again. I say or enjoy position now. RB Red Bulls has been for no. So share class of coaches in one. The only available coach now, coach, your friend is Didier Deschamps because it's reported says Zidane takes over from him.
Sure, after the World Cup.
After the World Cup, and see with the clout and all that he has, I am sure it will be a good fit for Timor. Your friend is Madrid and officer class no the second class and a honor me few say Madrid you imagine say offer coach bia then say offer coach Ombinya botre no matter no matter what, but they've tried one and they run away from it. But what I say now the Gen Z and I said the new crop of coaches Jabi Alonso, Fabregas, Frank Lampard, Vincent Kompany, Mikel Arteta, Monesa, omo age group na, omo epie by no. And
omo dey be Pep film. Pep a different.
No, Pep any sa class ni bi. Pep Didier Deschamps ne Jurgen Klopp mo side ho bi. But what I say. And Madrid took a bold decision in bringing Jabi Alonso.
Yeah.
A player because all constituency of Madrid with how Madrid political landscape in no. Sometimes it's either you have a constituency and I say a floating person. I don't say Didier Deschamps. Didier Deschamps the only connection behind having on over. But what I say, but there be Alonso club because all constituency. And as all concession of Madrid no.
Obre.
Isn't
it about the clouds? Because you get Chabi in the weight compared to the weight.
What's the
World Cup winner, right?
Yes, Didier big man. Ancelotti mu no. But Sanka Oche Alonso mu age na. Say Alonso and fa be na go find na ba. Mikel Arteta is hooked to us now. Vincent Kompany
that's why now Allegri
Maxi Allegri, yes.
Allegri, why I said did Ramani, or your instructor?
Yes. Yes, honestly, a senior man for or more level, honey, but let me say, can he contain the Madrid pressure? And I say, time and Allegri, maybe one. Would you want to take that risk with Allegri? But Didier Deschamps today, he still has it. So for me, I think, sir, it will be a very, very good call for Timo and friends.
Okay.
The reality is that A-list coaches now on the market now. Yes.
You're creative for.
Of course.
The likes of Arteta, Alonso, Fabregas.
But I'll put them on will be then Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, Didier Deschamps, former coach Carlo Ancelotti, and Maxi Allegri. Omono A class or no. Patriotic, I say, as Uncle Funning seems to be going out and Nagelsmann, Omona, any Utuadomo, would have you told about bed. Well, as they are now fancying less job now pressure woman. Well, and the coaches now has been exposed to a lot of social media attacks. First, no coach. All
right. Okay, thank you. All right,
I think it will be a better choice.
All right, congrats for them. Nah, did the sharp to Madrid.
Eriko, I think about Boadi Madrid Paris will be near Obia or be better manager.
They say where's the I don't know. There's a Najagese. Top of Frey.
Osintari.
Nick Dansabia more fast.
Don't Nick Danswaji.
That's the same way. Or there's a Nissan was a bridge. Understand what I
say? Now my laptop now.
Come on.
Who's that? Ya cover ba.
I be 12. Yeah, be phone one. Yeah, be phone one.
When him say doctor you.
But yeah, be phone one. Did the champ to Reverend?
Now the woman here.
Will it be a good move?
A good move.
Good bargain.
Because he's seen it all. Last time, now me come say, you can coach as a player and then as a manager or as a head coach in terms of national team. And then obedient to me mono because Obabe so from the time at Laurent Blanc, Eje Duano, or my own Sampa, indeed, or a super coach. Even as a club football coach, you know. Obakaso went to me and now one that the Guardiola Muyebi. When you are the Mourinho movie, even with Ancelotti, they are OYB. But at least, or the whole moment, you're learning camp. As that time, you know, a good now I said, no, here with a squad, enemy piano, FIA. Eriko, we are talking about coach. Obe Somu 2016. In fact, Obe starting from the time I read 2012, you know, and all your man ahead of the Euros now, France, man, too. What happened? You some call final. It took a bench warmer, Ede, and the best sound narrative in my Portugal for Timmy almost first ever silverware. And no chi or boy, Emma Neno, and no how more. 2018 Russia, Echo G World Cup, no. Year 2022, Argentina, Ebabeji, they toss me and say, yeah, and no be say because of that, Messi is the greatest of all time. And you only need the team that call final. We saw the kind of
there's been top.
Yes! You saw the kind of team will put it together. To your body Obia in terms of scouting and Kasa as a coach, per the track record. Who is a France Miami there? Oma quite say Ghana. Or more players baby do. But how it has to take.
Is it not say or talent in abundance?
When the Kasa Emre, Obia all talent in abundance, they be about la utia power. Good. It was a show. We were Timash said the IBB. And quite say be a names, you know. Spain. Yan won't say after 2008, 2012, and then I think almost winning 2008 almost winning Euros, you know, and then they came to win the 2010 World Cup and then the 2012 Euros. That is Poland and Ukraine. Fantastic. But after that, now Vicente Boski, you know, Spain, how many years now take Como? Say on bet my Babaji silverware. 2024 year na Euros. Yeah, a certain Luis de la Fuente, Edouard Mbappe. So and for the national team, no players at all. And here those Nippon no remember no what me who the best players. So we remember that almost squad ni bebre. But some man coach obetimi am say player be a friend say no don't marry from Kotoko. We were ha obetimi di na ba oba only the specific rule or the man no am oba be ye. Now again obetimi control the ego because as a player he saw it. France 98 when the captain mom kwaji it was the Didier Deschamps to another body player
as a player as a coach
now the latter part of class be my ordinary career be born here be your boy or the best club in London about Chelsea and I'm here the pride of London about the boy
as you think it's to be a good
me
right
so already did Florentino Perez Rodriguez mo kasa mo kwa Didier Deschamps after the World Cup now is done eba beji the juma no na akwa say be o merry go round is done and free akwa France juma uja so fi France abeji Real Madrid da the best you know bet minim so the backroom staff no mo ye juma o ha no and say be o mo body a because just as a national team coach is different from club there
of course
and my catch no say ban on one kasa as a club coach in fact as a coach you know and as this
club no what we kind of pie must say
yes, Monaco so the coup La Ligue B, Juventus so Syria B on a town Calciopoli.
So I get your point. So it will be a good move.
It will be a good move, but Yanka will say sometimes club level and then national team coaching, they are never the same. But Oba, me, I don't commit they are trusting no. The management of the Eagles.
All right. Real Madrid should have continued with Alonso and should have provided the necessary materials, replacing Vitinha with Toni Kroos. I think you meant Toni Kroos with Vitinha. Mikel Olise on the right wing. Okay. Benedict Yaboa at the hour de Eba. No. Ken, Didier.
Washiskano. Madrid Washiskano. Washiskano. I'm a casa.
Watch and draw.
I'm a casa. Draw.
Because they are looking at, I think they are thinking about it.
They're thinking. Shahana Obian was a Madrid Fombo and Bayern Fombo Shake was a thinking. Shawa 3-4.
I didn't see how good game we. Also, you are thinking about game. Only sure so bit me. My catcher said,
"Look at the man on the map on the Abasa."
They have been led by 6 points. Basa 9.
And one
because you Madrid not do, baby. You were leading by 7 points and Alonso.
Yes. And now we are the Canadian come you any free screen is not the come.
I'm an animal. So
Didier. Or take all the boxes. So open coach for club side. Forget the national. But before Didier will come to the national team, no, you're proving winner at club level.
Yes.
Didier, while your club Juma, even with your clubs not fire, no, any the quality now, at what that level compared to the quality Madrid and Casas football club almost status now. Where Juma will crowd about former Didier crowd.
Madrid man.
Yes, unless he decides he don't want to come to club coaching. But say Didier Jitu say Obeba Ejuma be for. Because Uye Didier after retiring from football as a player, now enter coaching. Or the Monaco team yanko Champions League final pay. Against FC Porto. Only team no lose to FC Porto. Jose Mourinho's FC Porto in 2004. Now you Didier Deschamps ne coachy AS Monaco. What you say? Apart from no, when the Calciopoli hit Juve, Emma Fabio Capello, resigning your Oje Juban Hoko eno. Didier Deschamps transit den. The lower division. On one acquire transit kakako bobo moa and sana all back to France with Olympic Marseille. Now the story of Marseille and they say now Marseille akko 18 solid years. I want to mean French league on be. And Didier Deschamps or by in the first season with Olympic Marseille. And or do a back to the glory days. After 18 yes, 18 solid years. Or do a back on Managerial league on be. And or did I feel they call the French national team. We all saw where he picked the French national. Missy Didier Deschamps there. Say, Osanka mu wana kwesi apia mu koya attachment ni ade. Now kai Mathieu Valbuena ne Benzema mu ntokwa. Obo ko ema no. Oh decision o mu take. Didier Deschamps. Omo no mu meso so sa ni amani so. No be you want team nim. Ono na eba World Cup. Or the Oliver Giroud as a leading striker but World Cup game say wan go kura.
Eso no bono.
Na dey.
Bugajuma o ye man no.
Yeah. Your coaches me see Deschamps there and Kemenya Obasa and Kampe. He's a good manager to say that.
More very good.
Oh yeah, too much. To say
Europe no problem.
Yeah, Europe no problem. Inti to say ya okay and Semunya Didier Deschamps Obaba Beye the second manager in the history of the Real Madrid team managers are for team nina apart from Vicente Del Bosque. Deschamps na ji World Cup on so be coach team no. Because more apart from Vicente Del Bosque no from Monso Obeji World Cup for Spain national team 2010 no mu coach is abani na be bring kwa sankwas omo free mu team ni ma bra boni nko yie biem nti we na so ba wa bobra o de ba mu team na mu nyam be sa ba mu team nim nti mo mpa ye se na dwene nko sesa se o sabbatical leave from football na emum obesa ba back na be anko bank obema nim nyam ba mu team no because mu team na nim nyam na na fam sa
Benitez was he sankwas
me say ebi mu Nankasa omu nyina.
Okay.
Mesi ebinum.
How they interest.
Na abala office yeah, you
Alonso ba no ye winner or Leverkusen no.
Ba o ga go for Abeloa.
My man, Mr. Paul Kwabi, yes, my man. I'm listening to live from New Legon. Okay. New Legon, you know.
New Legon,
And old Legon,
no, you're upon side. New Legon.
And old Legon, it's a Wednesday, not far. Wednesday is not far. The first 30 minutes at Alliance Arena is not a playground for kids. If Madrid can defend past the first 30 minutes without conceding a goal in the nick, then Real Madrid can take the game to extra time. All right.
Team Zimeno say almost center backs ni na.
Prince Yobo from only Atletico Madrid fan in Ghana. Okay. Please do this correction. Atletico defeated Barca last year at Camp Nou in the league. So this is not the first time beating them at the Camp Nou, please. Or say the only Atletico Madrid fan in Ghana.
Last year, Mama come now.
Okay. Our Barca home. Maybe that is what the answer.
In 26 games. This is the first time we qualify Camp Nou.
Mena make statements about the Diego Simeone beating Barcelona at Camp Nou.
Yeah.
Last year na Barca AC Spotify.
Yes, so no more.
But me can say Barca home there.
Barca home there.
Yes, but me sukra me can say in 26 games. I think now Atletico Madrid for no. O man win Spotify Camp Nou. What you say?
It's the same. It's the same thing. Yeah. Okay. I'm telling your pundit Sapon that he should mark my words. Man City will demolish Chelsea on Sunday. City to win by 3 goals or more against Chelsea. Solo Wise. Wendrish. Robert Kumi. Eric. Good evening. Kindly tell Real Madrid supporters that at the Alliance Arena, Bayern Munich will demolish them. Not less than 3 goals. Mark it or they are for YouTube and so at the ABBA. If you think we have to show your Prepzone live on Asempa 94.7 FM, who becomes the next coach of the Black Stars? Now, Otto is gone. Who comes? And I have the voice of the sports minister saying that Ghana is going to the World Cup not to just participate, but they are going to do very well, and it is possible we can win. And one of the, as part of the preparation, the sack of Otoado. The sack of Otoado is part of the preparations. It's part of the preparations to the World Cup. Yeah, to say, Chairman, they know now you have a permanent dada. And all about for crowd or cancel on the new idea and castles. All right, Nana Yao Pedersen's a newly gone is around Lakeside Community 8.
Hey,
Lakeside, and I
Mimi was 6.
Okay. And community is with your bank.
Community no.
Some community tema.
Debbie, I will say Lakeside no.
Lakeside is community, one community.
Community say ko.
The most man is tema no.
Lakeside is Ashari Buchana.
Ashari Buchi.
And the monka Buchi na Lakeside.
Debbie. Say Lakeside na estate, an estate we community. Yamu ya we nimu.
Okay.
One otra community 1 na.
Okay.
Now I room 6.
Okay.
Keku wo mechi.
Okay.
And to fetch no one Sintim correct Chaskele. Chaskele wo East Legon Hills. Hills in the war.
All right, that's fine. Now, can I just say from Fiho? There's been talk. Coach Iba, Wineba, shortlist across 3. Former Portugal coaches, former coach, and then crowd, you say, about who dear Baby Boom, no, I do webinar Spain 4 pen, you say. It didn't know Musa. I say, local coach, some the Emfa. I have foreign hand ever. But the other question I made about what they maybe says to say whether or not we should be looking at the long term or the short term. Maybe somebody in the interim take us to the World Cup, and then somebody coming to take over proper. When we say Afcon, I'm going to know how you're banning dia. It's I don't know. Can what cancer dia from me. Taking them why and now a dear none from me no sha. Kakra why you know or deserve to take over our team.
You cry ya me nimini. Eric when him say media. The sacking of Otoado Ubia in my position. Not because me campaigning for Otoado, but it is because I believe in consistency and longevity, especially about the national team coaching. What I say, national team coaching, any success, I am not edit them. na ye no per the virtue of your nature no yakwaya nkrophobia yensan ni etwen honhom even give us Aliou Cisse to say the number of years Senegal for the money just maybe ye besa kasa ma ye yinedi o dey say ye ni twen honhom intina me
say dey ye twen ye hu dey wo
I agree with you. I agree with you, sir. In terms of waiting, so no, there should be those indication. What I say, I was be ebama who say are there no a positive, but let's also not rule out the fact to say ye mo be a juma. What I say, ye mo be a juma. Ye wa a normal specifically ye should freedom pado. So when them say no manua, you might judge the person wrongly.
Okay.
What I say, and one thing I do, baby, Mourinho Becker say, it is not about playing beautiful football. They will allow Barcelona to have the possession. But the most important thing is a baby match, baby, no one idea. Wine him winning, wine ashe. Let me what I say. Now we say Barcelona near Atletico. Barca ball possession chair Atletico Madrid. But your poor match na one win. Atletico Madrid na win. Yes, near a com ehwehwane say wa me na me wa. Near com hwehwane say me. Intermediate na me point in say. Yes, people are criticizing. People are, saying all sort of things to say. The direction of toward the air corner. As a future no and yet that good. And we might end up in a very big ditch. Yebetom to so don and yebedu baby ne yedem ne ye ho kan ne edinam kro. What you say? But then again, ye more to ado contract. Last me Tiana me can say media minim no binim, but I am privy to Otoado's contract. And the Otoado's contract you say qualify us to the AFCON, qualify us to the World Cup zone, then build a team for Ghana. No me answer way.
Can be
qualify us to the AFCON. Qualify Yankasa AFCON Kongo ya man we a qualification to AFCON, qualification to World Cup, then unbuilding team into before the term of office in Besono. Obefri what they say we ja sanyo money na. Number one, first ofeli with the qualification to the AFCON. Then it was left to the qualification to the World Cup. And not qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah.
So it means a -1 + 1. And I'm a
okay.
And a baby do level. Your ma coach in a kwamane koi. Adiba kwa madwinu maybe someone say yaw. Minimpa say Roberto Martinez, the current coach for the Portuguese national team. Your man appointment to Belgium. He doubled as the technical director. Your technical director should be equally good as a coach. You come here more so in
yes.
So that you will not be in a haste or in a hurry to appoint a head coach. I was saying, not up to your book.
Okay, bye.
No, I don't know Winfrey Schaefer. I don't know Winfrey Schaefer. Exactly.
And a quarter of fire.
Sana was and
a normal circumstance. Technical director.
Who technical director?
Oh, he's with the team cry when coach Yamoy.
Wakochi Cameroon, Wakochi Thailand, Wakochi Jamaica. But she said,
and scratches say it do. You also apply for this job before.
Wow, good. Yepe coaches or apply and no man fano and the coach no muko ya penko fa be support Otoado ni mu. No head coach no apply so a head coaching job no. You didn't pass or mess serve in a capacity as a technical director. In tanka this juncture yeah.
Tabakuno football game
man. In tanka at this point, Eric. Papaya or apply so or Blasters coaching job. No one farm man will go for Otoado. No one pom Otoado the papaya or apply ye. What wouldn't that Bassa or my technical director? Uncle Sabre when you coach the Uncle coaching Uncle Ben Peche with the man. No man appointment head coach.
By your president, Chris Hutton, ye be some foul.
No, Chris Hutton was the technical advisor. Not the technical director.
He was same capacity, right?
No, but Jebuti, who for 2-4 or 2-4, no, you're in so dream home.
Until already any different.
Until different. Futu for the to me too. But technical director there, he is responsible of making sure we are directed correctly when it comes to the technical direction of the association. What you say? Inti ebani sabri anke yepe coach no. Anke we fresh fan common or seba. But I didn't win fresh fan common. Obi also pe coach or person coach before you be for to adono. Now apply so person coach. Me coach me be boni deal. Because it seems Yasaki coach no, but you're not ready because you're not ready. No, but we think come are ready. I say you're ready. But
says your shortlist is 3. I mean,
names are coming. Yeah, Jano Pamono. Yeah, Pamono. Are you people ready? It seems we are not ready. Because coach Papa Bia on him coaching Bia or what track record, good track record. Are you very active in the system? You'll be a co-work up or coach or walk up. One coaching on it if you're the mouth. And I'm in Kwesa Angola call appointed. Sisse did extremely well in the qualifiers for Libya. Yeah.
He did well.
He did well. Or the Libya come on Mutete. I think one of the top African countries Mutete almost man qualify. And they are Omujani, but who is Kabe? To me, fa. At least it's not TV. To me, fa. So the moment you decided so to add the woman, and at this time, now go prepare your pomo to Adona in the next base of 3 days. Ne coach in a badada.
A bang.
Because everyone you who so be una na if you in your woman and you're turning kill. One and a baby or done it.
Because on the second discussion, I shall say
that. I don't know what has to young coach. Interic, no cry and be any money. Media, many of real could you fear no be arguing. Say, every phone war blasters interest part out there. This is the time the country should force Winfrey Shaver. Say, as the technical director, I don't see a testing is and because when we say there is this perception, there is this perceived mindset, say Eric. Say because maybe application for then vacancy for blasters. There is this perception saying Kofobi didn't do more shout out to shame and no question apply. Oh yes, now I'm for Patrick Clive and Shema, Patrick Clive and Kaza on apply for Ghana job. Enti sano many na ekoso. Enia maybe some who questions say coach Ben Pan Ghana ekofa. Ebi mo say and the young local coaches be emom near for World Cup no. Ebi mo say oh coach there a papa so why na wo untumi modi. Because Eric mentioning one coach's name one thing and the coach being available, having interest or Bible coach you see another thing. Young fire, what do I not do really being a day? Wow. Oh, your coach, Papa, or to do the Nyadi, Obiati assess or to add the Jumano. And Cosa Nebeco. Coach Ben open. Why no few so you available to see? What checking no man one? Into Eric 60 and then some few days to go to the World Cup. Yeah. Send a gun was Asempa. Yeah, you saw me, hey. 1 week, 2 weeks, not about for me. Sani, the World Cup will be the Agurani, a coffee group stage, I'm telling you.
But there's no time.
Oh, there ain't no time. Time, Ben. At this point,
how many 2 weeks about?
They say, in the second week, in the full week, in the way. What I say, the full week, in last week, and a papa mo. Germany and I'm buying a cocoa and a free co buy the full week here this week until your pomo to add in 1 week in Abetrum, you best next week. And still now the World Cup days, is counting. We are getting closer to the World Cup.
Seriously,
you don't have a coach. OBC, a benemu coach, and no pencil fill a beer by and say GF from penny for see there is nothing for now. There is nothing because Abre. Say unya coach be so you know what that status or tifie and so and also board the bomb because why desperate what you say desperation at you
that's how quota
thank you we here there no one year be to me go work up because who assistant coach in Pan African Airlines is pram onwe Eric the way your mind no me can say anya smart ya a man for Kume.
If it is Walid, let Walid come. Let's go.
Simple. Walid come. Let's go. Sika, still no that's Yeah, that's it. Intermediate Eric, coach be on the baby and underline this words for me. Coach be on the baby piano. I will 100% support the coach. My position has always been say, me pese obi ye duma as ye did that unnecessary pressure. I did tuning pass until obi a obekam say me former station. I was doing this same thing for Chris Hilton. So me feel say Chris Hilton is not a bad coach. But more pointing they knew for a fact to say Chris Hilton was not fear why redundant kakra. Interband is in coaching, no. You need to be active so that in normal be more beside it. I will still be here. Wait patiently for the new coach Obeba. Oba will support him because at the end of the day, see if you need value for money, when they lose, or mine they lose. All right, all right, that's fine. All right, yeah,
Eric. Coaches me and Sana Yabo Mudinina from Portugal. Amongst them, I think said the Ori Carlos Corres.
I don't can the Oris are 90.
I would be shocked if the Jumanama Carlos Corres. Yes. Amongst I think said Fernando Santos, having led Portugal to European Championship in 2016 and the Nations League victory in 2019. The Marco World Cup, coaching Poland and everything. Age-wise, on also feeling from. I think amongst the three, he's the one who stands tall.
No, what no, Oyario.
Nana home fan.
Oyari so to me Nanti.
Maybe I know what
to apply.
Maybe I know what
to. And I said.
No be ya na no so no be pia hwil ne so ye say pia no papa ya ko fa no translate ne entua afa ko retie se coach ne kwa ja tum say ono abetua ne translate okay
on fa me na nko pia hwe
if you are the space
Eric the truth is that may out of the strong convictions in as much as Otuado na onye a blaster material coach dear Jumane man, but I had the shining son. Sorry, he achieved it, and that Nami feels he deserved to take the team to the World Cup.
Okay.
Now, whether Yempo, he is gone. I dear Bako that every single Ghanaian, including Yinaya, arrogant about it. Is the fact that we don't want to accept the team in and coach be the best and said Biano, we expect the coach to do magic. People should sit down and do comparison team now was here, with the previous teams from 2006 Urban. You realize that team we the worst of them all. How do you give Obi a substandard material and expect a grade A output?
So now we won't say no problem.
The problem goes Otuado on your blaster material coach, but the problem is that blaster has gone beyond Otuado and the quality as a coach.
Go beyond him.
Yeah, blaster has not done here. Young coach Pa City for actual for Pep Guardiola my. Young for France for the champion count as the deputy. Young for Teta and count. Young for Nicola Jova as your friends a free kick expert in count. We will still not do anything. Again, I will coach in the tribunal. Or no, na tenants no formulated the defend game plan. A place na execute you.
Yeah.
Coaching
as how they go no.
A place na execute. But what I say? And anything Pep Guardiola yeah coach or coach Man City. Onya a team that was so good say almost to go 15 matches getting to the end of the season. No about shining na. The same coach now, okay, take different set of players. Omuko two, no be stop your mokom. Omuko two, no be stop your mokom.
Ancelotti at Everton.
Ancelotti at Real Madrid. Vast difference.
Pep, no one change no akoto. Didn't know akoto.
Vast
my program.
Eti coach adwin be a wo team biano a place na execute adwin. You can tell them what to do. You can obey me explain what they need that but play any do park so now or that split second to make a decision to take a wrong decision. Sabi I'm making nonsense of game plan away. So we should all admit and accept say your team no the cycle no see. So we should find a way and rebuild. And not the member be see question or the attach your earlier question. Look, Otuadoko. If you befa a short-term coach, ABR refresher, and now any of the Ghanaian coaches that come back 3 years, but normally I can walk up raba. And you see, any share teams walk up right. It's the best biano, and yes, someone. Yeah, you qualify into your court nearby. You call about we are often here, but Nasi. A round table discussion, technically, tactically, administratively, near junior coach, and you will be a person of football direction and the fact. We should look at a long term. Look, the next Black Stars coach, Urbano, he shouldn't get anything less than 4 years.
Hey.
Yes.
Have you?
Me say, the next Black Stars coach now, Obabefa Black Stars Jumano. He shouldn't get anything less than 4 years contract.
Hey, that's that team.
Yes. And any appointment to BIA, we should factor in the feeding levels of your national team. That is here under 17 service under 23.
Transition.
Some coaching at Denebano. As an ideologist, any idea be synchronized with managers and handle your junior size. What did they make us? Because history, any statistics, any evidence, I say, anytime Ghana has had proper transition, piano, your blasters and flourishes.
And a dao.
And so what I say?
Fefeko bossa.
Peter.
Pachosa.
Say you proper direction for a national team no. Oh. And here they even player collapse. We know the players are suiting what your football game in nature. Who say player do be Ghana? Ya tete no Italy. The born stand now bono. And fiti ya dey born but the tete no Germany ni fiti. Your options of this tour, you be afraid your whole Germany because fiti ya dey no for him to slot in and then we move. It's Eric, we should look a man Ghana ni bia no no hono answer. Walk up na ye kono. Me say me ade a me bo me say ma Ghana for pa ye do me ka say mo coach ode ko bia wa ya ade around 32 ho. Anything beyond that coach now aya adwuma broso.
Ghana ye akokota final pen no.
Ye team
ke to no bro ye wure sabi final no kura no ye nan si hwani.
And Luis Suarez coach ye bo o man pani so fan chene da.
When na nye Luis Jan na bo pim ye.
So what you no channel. Then
da bia na wi na say fe bo say.
It's any day. I just have no day.
E say wi no. Who say anya another opportunity say sheko. Still.
Your men's go ball penalty bi. But Eric, Masma Mega say. Your team where they go work up no. I say I'm repeating it again. Anytime bia ye ko work cup bia na ye ko major tournament bia na Ghana ni bia den say say kwa ye ko dey ovim ye be ade no. We had a core and then the spine of your team na dey ko.
All right, for the mame.
Unfortunately for us, your defensive core hwan mo. Your midfield core hwan mo. Your attacking core hwan mo. But what I
say difference or the standing we be say standing order no ejiku. And you don't want to nam ne ho sa. But you don't want to nam ne ho sa.
Let's
and a goalkeeping until recently
we had that but at the point
that's again
when Samir J was our number 1. He was our number 1 from 2000 2001 sa the baya between 2005 and 2006 Yebeko World Cup and Olele Beshe when Olele took over from Samir J. Oh yeah, number 1 sa saying 2015 or so. Ansana Olele so eden 2014 ansana Olele so efrimu. So we had consistency in our goal post. O dey no to nchen ya. Ye ba be World Cup no in 2008 can 2008 2010 2006 2008 you know 2006 it was Samekufo
Actually,
so it was Sami Kufori John Mensa. Meboa. You go out and buy Sami Kufori retire from national team no. 2008 na where. It was John Mensa and Ricardo. Now Ricardo has been part of the team from 2006.
Now you need to debut. And it comes back to your point, say the quality is not there.
The quality is not there. Yen tum say eniho na fa yem fa a planner you bet me dey rebuilding Germany for call je work up by now Mesut Ozil must say almost no they accepted say omo team no your friends say cycle na so they had to rebuild me boa the same happened to Spain for after Iniesta mo era no they accepted the fact that omo team no apem so they had to rebuild and then try to get teams to bring on players I bet me aboa so in any decision that we are making, coach na the neighbor no. Say you say you fa short term na the coach eba prekondia. Then coach may fa work up no ko mark no. Yen kan say o dey fa yako na bra.
Bra na fa yato aso.
Sa work up no months na kwa yate afrim. But juma no start ewo your friends in November.
But go try
ko o dey fa yako
bi. They are fine.
Fa say you qualify yako no dey. You potential witness. O dey honorable ya adwene. And yes e beje. But once you come yeah potential because 2004 now you come Euros no be any say Greece beje. But on beje. But the reality is that yeah kwa so I want the papa it would dey fa yako na bra.
All right, Mate. I get your point.
We should have a proper plan and direction for a national team. Me na yen ntumu say your national team no enye de na Steven Apia de nam as captain ni bia na enye de John Mensa na o de nam as captain ni bia enye de na Samoja de nam as captain ni bia we eye team ajoda na you na captain enye papa
hey esemo right kwabra bam na Betkin etna say sika kuku ya de bro shortly Tibetan starting ne enquiry se sia na de answer na story so e yakọ otie ehwe Prepzone live on Asempa 94.7 FM, the headquarters of Ghana Sports. Kejuan Ankasani Eric Asiedu Boadi show Friday bia jinamuni adia. Na yeka Champions League no early on no. Mamen Kao say week e ba besimi Champions League ye wabonten. Obi na ball no nyom ye wabonten. Eni na do ye wabonten. Tin ye wabonten. Eti patro ye jiremu den anya samketo akra eti babi bia wa wote enka se wa belenpe uwo we jare ne mpotemu patro tamu chuku ye ne ye ba no yen ene ye ba no ye jiremu den ti muntamu chuku ntwe ye ba na ya kan sa wie no na wonim se Hallmark Cafe the patcho Hallmark Cafe for mu here ni me ba abelenpe alive filling station wa e ho ne yegire mu a jade bibia e brem mo enti muntam tuku ye ba mamu nya yi se mo ko ba bia ho ne ye ba now ATM ne Barca game no Triple Hill Hotel wager Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona Triple Hill Hotel na de che Hallmark Cafe abelenpe Bayern Munich Madrid coming up brem
Eriko, I see a new coach. A new coach I'm about Black Stars. Hey, Ghana. Me Macron. Meka. Na se meka. Na me ho beto akoso ye hia. Ghana bia me jaika. But answer na me jaika no. Na de ese meka no. Na waka. Na de ese meka no say. Kopem say e be jatum say ye be ka no kre, ye be di no kra mai ho no. Eriko. Me that means some stands because I've said it here say no man born of a woman can ever influence me, and that is who I am. Untimi an say only me no to papa mu na ko baby because Ghana you rabba ku bia ono no etina Great Britain and the Edmund Burke. He's regarded as one of the best philosophers and politicians, widely credited as the founder of the cultural and political philosophy of conservatism. I know your politics. Now, over here, I find some back or call to be Eric or say hypocrisy can afford to be magnificent in its promises, for never intending to go beyond promise.
Okay,
it costs nothing.
Hypocrisy
can afford to be magnificent in its promises, for never intending to go beyond promise. It costs nothing. Said by a Mr. Edmund Burke. Then the Opachere say people who are being hypocritical, they can make big promises without intending to keep them because they are not going to be held accountable. It is like saying, I'll give you the world, but deep down, you know you can't afford it. Eti Ghana hypocrisy and no credit any afantino and at the ababeduru say and then yet you name said ya muka any team Ghana any team, but nobody can tell me we don't have the talent, we don't have the names, we don't have the players.
Okay,
but because of say nipa baby sometimes you are attacking some people, they are not doing things right. Yet na kroma catch them oto adu ya kwayi sabi owureyi mo de ne ba on some fata nye sabi oni krata or krata ba eduma na oba no mo de man woni guase beba ye kan.
Is it we have moved on from there?
No, move on. I didn't tell about do to the say coach Krampo no yes say catch us untimi no coach no afena Paulo Bento Fernando Santos, Carlos Queiroz, no assistant to Ferguson. Only no one in the coach, national team no, Papa Ben or the acquire record. Carlos Queiroz, Fernando Santos, Ninkokra Bomuni in Portugal for Yame, Fernando Santos, Wabako Crevi, or a day. Paulo Bento, or to have the impression. Like or to have the impression. Like Ghana, wafeno, or me eating your door. Oma Hagano, no more the Ghana, bro.
I know you're trembling.
Not the most,
can you quit it?
But the most useless thing ever to happen in Ghana football, and the so-called DNA binom so moye Bruni Fitabi for Germany, your friend Benhale Pet. So no my DNA.
The football DNA. To be on send better
football DNA. The most useless thing to ever happen in Ghana. This is me American. Me correct upon America's asem. If you have anything problem, attack me. Me say the most useless thing to ever happen in Ghana football. Say DNA.
How does that affect and look at
the coach? Now say coach now open. So who DNA? Our man for omo na head edi omanim e direct omo. They say Ruben Kofi 5 years now. Ayenya samojan Sule Mutari Mune, Michael Essien, and Guardian Mebenya golden generation. I made him Kwaji at some point in time, one of our own Kwesia Besumu after Ratome Djukovic. We had a certain what was the name? You know, called Leroy. Wabaye, Yebenya Milovan Rajevac, Yababa Benya, Goran Stevanovic, which has a pavimo, Eba Ansana Kwesia Piade, Eba Besu. Even time on Wakwesi. After the World Cup, is soon we know. Senkanye soon krumpa. As at a minister, kwesi sooner a minister at time never is a free anchor. Honorable Michel, one super parliament.
So boy,
woman is Suzu. And no Kanya no kwesi apia. But ye it's at a vintage. Another coach or father by you. Every grant. Far top notch coach didn't buy. You're comparing for Afcon final, and I recruit for difference.
Yeah,
and you can't blame the coach. A free aqua. I recruit for mass 3 penalties. Oh, shy echo. Show, share. The day who's on Casata, my boy. Oh, trans on out of soon. Now free aqua. Me, I'm a bro fish. Yeah. Casino. Naja, I recruit for G. So, Ghana, we are coming from a point where you want the players, you want DNA Papa. Na gadi enya bukumu DNA enya de obi ahu.
What kind of coach and Ghana here?
Coach Ghana here no bi ni say ka kire o say tam no say Chris after to do be year interim year amfai what you say Chris Woten so ba be so mu dey call Afcon 2023 na amfa no you are supposed to go and hire a better coach. Ono mom na nka this contract na odema otoado say be 5 years be 3 years with option to extend for 2 years be odema no and our man this ayi say family qualify Afcon family qualify World Cup and when team for one qualify for sa Afcon no one when nyina so dey asake no but in this case even otoado when team for one qualify for Afcon now the records here worse. Records sabe can records basa bi ye no kroma no still I say maintain no because oyankofo bi doba benyankopon so don pe bone no expose him big time na so misra wada eriku kasata we enu ani say am hypocrisy na yewra Edmond Beck e kan wasem no e say ni animu a sabre we nye say ko high better coach no Ghana ebe won me makase me ni didi organ mu because of situation e wo me say be group stages in there e hwa na ebe so Panama, England, Croatia ombe ba oh Croatia Panama na ma for do mu di agro sa Christians no mu coach no Christian bi no akwanya agro no di o
so
and say Ghana we should go and hire better coach. And then Ghana should go and hire better coach.
Come out any bottom.
Yeah, that hypocrisy no. You bet you could have a better coach. You bet where you do.
So we say Crombe or any bottom.
Now bottom no one can say Ghana on this car. You engineers and planners. One more $5 million. So we have fundraising. Eriko, what happened in 1 month? Now 1 month na so you $1 million. So the man coach power we proving winner. So working load ye about two.
And they proving Papa Bennett TV.
Now say working load ye. Working load ye ba ye sa mu nyan contact no but na nsentwa for hom na catch the crofo bi ma afedi e be ye heze working load no working load e na oba be ye djuma de ma blaster e na chire nsentwa Germany for no ya you know ya did say Ghana djuma yi say what tell me go work him me nya sa da ada one aba be contact me obi an me nkasa ye no aba be yi no ano and obi an say sa de ehodo rather say na no ye di binu asa aba be gum ye ti kroma ye ka chere say nipa 500 at me apply
over 500 in fact 600
that be say see there na 600 no the ba ku bi na ba ya to December ye see nipa 500 apply kontompo sa na me tia eduru na to adona Asempa
nipa say nipa 500 abanche say ye nyentia ma ba bibili tia na Donadoni ani to ado sa time no say Rico una nka ye efi chairman una ye esco and I would decide Ghana do yanka say be Donadoni ye interview bra be kire de obetima ye we Donadoni o want to me take on say
o kire ni sen
on timi kire mu
say and o to ado mum na kan say no o be na aduma no
o to timi kire kan say mu ye
yenja hypocrisy no na yenka say ye beti sika akofo proving winner there are many better coaches across the globe ye betimi nya amaba be aduma no Ghana ye kase ayi kudu sepra na no game ye kobo ye improvement o Germany dia no na party ye hu so as party me say opanya coach bi a sebe oye obi a obetimi ay motivator obetimi instill confidence we players ni mu look that was medical friendlies na be akobo no unya better coach bi am oba and no mo kika say na Ghana any players one dey cast only players when the cast Ghana any player
na sana go see any college
nya one dey do osusu ka bi say frefre kobo no na mo ya frefre kobo
so we're talking about na transition na nya frefre say pay attention to transition here ti do a e be frefre kobo ne sa
ari ko bi say ade ba ko
e be ti say obi eni mbo ha o
ma me say na ya no akofa ma me say na ya for the way
because
me ko na say na akofa ma me say na
good guys they say near mamo sa akofa yi ye dey mobile mu say young ishaku na do mu ro
na ko ni ma ba ko ya wọ́n sá kg under 17 bi num ye yombo plus ne ya omkwan sa nkra na ya omkobo ayi woro ube na sa plus ne ya to no
that's my point
and say see ya ye kase right to dream omo so onfa so chain sa yi na ye bo no right to dream because omo na ma Ghana players Eriko masema me ka dia kwakwesi nyina na the bet can to aso ne
right
it's about time ye be jetum say ye be jai sa agency collapse ni ade na ye no se Ghana person ko prove bibia o world cup ni mu na ministers over 800 supporters ye be ko na sense echi se na no yes say sentfo bi no friends and cronies dey e ko pem Australia Germany
what do you mean by friends
no say man from na for me be be ko pem ayi e ko pem ayi ho at the end of the what happened
it is a general practice say leadership
now say no so that dey ba echi ye ni mu
leadership tournament na omode central for echo it is
but have you listened to
it's a practice worldwide
na tie no mo sunya no ne ayi de no ayi ko ya bisa
omo se de
omo se adentina e kwa se nkrofo bi a se omo se
not everybody o say yet me for bi
obi wo ha otisunya wo so pe but
if you were if you were in Kets shoes or leadership shoes one are the back why na ka
see en kanokro
o Kets shoes man
yenchem obi anya bi kuma se fo ba we ba enya afi na e kofa se we mu enim se we mu kan ya asem we yen kanokro
na omo ko yin na titi omo ko yin na omo ka Kets asem ma are you sure
minka say
tana wo ka
minka say omo ko no Obi a
was friends. That was a friends.
When is it say Ghana football mu?
And I was say so won can be more there.
Say Otuado the wife a whole Otuado you see the wife cry manage Ghana. And now the friends and cronies say cause Okuma. And now the
no any man.
Bisa Kofi Tojan. About blasters pain. Na I think so coach kwesi am ya chairman team. Bisa say Otuado you adwuma be na de man no. One kan.
Na wonim na oga.
My body matu mra chese o se minim me se Kofi Tojan o se Otuado yire mpu ye man adwuma ye now ni ye call sa friendly
no
president every president yire ni nuanom and o nyina o Germany obi eno no me na menka friends and cronies here cause we me na menka
the president ye ko he bona president yire ko bia
ene mo ne 5-1 kwaji ayi 2-1 ya dia
ti ye ko he bo
nya mani ye
every president wife e ko bia
blasters ni nya Ghana for che sa nya mo
okay before you go
yes
some ultra every president ultra ticket amana is it beyond him?
And you say it beyond him. Professor Mitchell say
but it's not beyond him. He's the president of the Ghana Football Association.
Kasa hu bebre say ade ya wo yi wo busua on namfo ade ya ekoso nye Ghana fo ni me no mba be ka jori.
All right, that's fine.
Say we ja niam no. Ya bin Ghana fo say at the end of the day blasters na kan bom and na ya de a mani nyina ko wo ho. Ye be hane ye ni ye abo mani ja bakro mu. Better than you say.
I'm George watching you live from Awush Onyina Lane 8. Okay, Richarlison said, what is the rationale behind sacking Alonso? All right, okay. Richarlison and message on YouTube. Oh, Adiako Fanjay. Oh, and then if you have the mediation battle, let's ask yourself, would the FA president even consider appointing JP as the coach of Dreams FC? If no, then ask how he got the Black Star assistant coach. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, that's easy, bo. All right, Baskin, Akwaba. This week is so microphone debate. All right, before you come in, just before you come in, former, minister at the Youth and Sports, Rani Latif Honorable say. I didn't get the money. I don't know. Omuni Bobo Puta. Where's the word? I didn't get any Bobo Chum.
I think Ketia is better than some of the strikers we have used so far. He has more experience, even though he's young. Callum Onsiodoi, his ability alone is enough. Somebody who has been tearing players of Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City apart. And we have him available, and we say because we once invited him, he refused. And so what? Do you know how many times Congo Republic have invited Alex Tonzebi? He did it because at that time he was the captain of the English under-20 team. Today, he's playing for them. He scored the winning goal against Jamaica to qualify them for the World Cup. You understand? Wan-Bissaka, do you know the number of times Congo have called him and he refused? But today he's there. You understand? So we should not be too fussy about certain things. It's about Ghana. Anybody who has Ghanaian blood running through him should be given the opportunity to get into this team so that we can have a good team for the World Cup.
Well, and so we are honorable and somebody to wager. That's good. Yet in secret anywhere. And then find some of them because I said for this guy, no my tip back community.
Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
They love it to come. Money love. It's money love.
Right, and so yes, I'm not so money laughing. Yentin see when you say money laughing on some see now this is it, but and then here share na tip ben ade man san ya hwe code na ade ba no.
Okay, so Eriko and then media yeti area basketball. You see, most of the time, you know, in basketball, we mostly see more points in the first quarter or first half. And those in my group are always winning with this kind of option. Because with first quarter or first half, you know, you could see say the players who are always fresh coming into the game.
Okay.
But what I say, they run faster, jump higher, and then their shot move accurately.
Better.
in basketball, no? Because with first quarter, no, if the players neighbor, majority I say,
okay,
the energy is there. But I go to the fourth quarter or third quarter now, as in a fatigue near the air. So those in my group like this, no, that was I think is it 3 days ago? We won like I think 50 hours and then 70 hours because with first quarter no, the point comes a lot. Into those into basketball no, they should also watch first quarter or first half.
Okay. Then on all quarter saying first quarter and first half no you there.
Okay, so with NBA no, we say NBA near 12 minutes per quarter. But when it comes to Euro leagues no, and I say this minor leagues now mobile Europes now only 10 minutes. So with NBA no, with first quarter they can give you like maybe 50 plus points. Most of the time that almost shooting power, they can give you like maybe in the first quarter 58.5, which is 59. But when we come to this Euro leagues now, they can give you like 40.5, maybe 42.5. With this one, and teams when I was who go into them, there are some teams they are very very defensive. Others too are very offensive. Until if I say be a call, if I say be Paris in France. They are the offensive team.
Okay.
They always give the point. But what I say. Then tell me Fenerbahce, say my blacklist omo.
I didn't hear.
Me say last week Sunday. Me again me first quarter say na last game. Else mo to the mommy. Even in Fenerbahce and Real Madrid. Me again be a make on first quarter. Because previously now when we say Fenerbahce didn't have semi game with that. It's me choose I'm on Accra. But now I know say with Madrid are also very very good team on a good day.
Okay.
Majority I say. Not always the teams now who be going for say be a certain number of points in the first quarter or first half. Majority I say.
Okay.
Now there is this country New Zealand. FA Moba. They are very 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 good.
New Zealand.
Very very good. But any teams in able to make a pick home.
Okay.
Then Australia, they started their league I think last week. So they have the south, north, and the west. So the north is yet to start next week. So with the west, no, if I see the team names say be a Wawek, it be a Flames. But what I say, then you go to the south. There are some teams be one man. You know, say definitely with the first quarter, and they'll give you the points. It be a first half. And I say, "Bia, once and they say with these countries, no, ultimately, cause say, Bia, this particular team, or this number of points.
Okay.
I will call Bia Germany, Italy, Bia Spain. No, a team can first go to sporty bet or bet to any other betting site. Or bet to I say, Bia, Barcelona, first quarter, they should give you this number of points. But
basketball no only try need easy kakra in football, right?
Erico, honestly, only Madrid are investors anyway. But with basketball, no, if you know, say, Abia, I'm fancy Bia, Maccabi Tel Aviv basketball team. But what I say, on one Paris, but say there will be a point by game because they are all offensive teams. But what I say, you must be Baskonia, any Valencia ball. You know Valencia will give you the point. We know Hapoel, almost more Israel, they'll give you the point. Into Abia Euro League, no, there are some teams I say you need basketball, no. We can easily pick them and win. They say because Madrid to score over 1.5 goals. Like one goal per. Because we all know say Madrid and Girona there will be a lot of goals on a good day. But just look at what Madrid has done now. Into basketball, no, Erico. Much easier to win than football. But
much easier to win than football.
Much easier to win than football. If only you know the teams you are going in for.
Okay.
Because any teams need also will pick home. But there are
certain teams so pay attention to a bit more.
Oh yes, every day you can win.
Really?
Getting your 2 hours, you can easily win.
And the question kakra bi na call baby.
Sir, how do you chop money?
Pick bang or basketball need easy.
Okay, so like I was saying, because with first quarter and then the first half, Eriko, most of the times it wins. Because you could see, say, now I went for a certain game being there, back in BS or Denmark.
Back in BS,
Denmark. First quarter on my 29 points. Majority I say. First quarter on my 29 points. And second quarter, I think on my 24. Third quarter on my 15. Meaning fatigue in the air. By last quarter, which is fourth quarter, no, I'm at 24 points.
Okay.
Majority I say. So that was what I was saying. Say sometimes we going in for first quarter or first half, no. Depending on the team that you are choosing, you can easily win. You can easily win the game.
Okay.
It's best picks in party. And last week, I said you going in for basketball straight win. Most of the time, say you hoop.
Tiana basketball, we just call straight win.
Oh, bet me but you need to be 100% sure. Say team where then the players available. Availability of some players, because now Stephen Curry, Golden State Warriors, for instance, Stephen Curry, I say on and off almost I think 2 months or so on board here. It's now who going for Golden State Warriors to win that. Now who's going to give out that point to them?
Okay,
because in the game Stephen Curry will give you at least 30 points in the game.
Okay,
it's only game Mr. Mini said Stephen Curry Golden State Warriors. It's either they will lose with a huge margin, or maybe they'll be losing. Majority I say.
Okay, that's fine.
So always, if you go in for a team to win, we should always check the players available to play, and then maybe in the other game, at the sample, there will be a fatigue. Majority I say.
I get it. All right, that's fine. And then for our picks out by my nafi yanko. I don't know if with the Amanda that so show some shows is here. You know, boss we are nafi.
Okay.
My qualify it now. They are also my live on Asempa 94.7 FM. This is Prepzone. Okay. What is the difference between first quarter and first half?
Okay, first quarter no, like I was saying in basketball we have 4 quarters. In the NBA. And then for Philippians, their minutes. Minutes near 12 minutes. Into NBA, no first quarter, no 12 minutes. Second quarter, 12 minutes. In the first quarter and second quarter, and then more first half. Majority I say. In the first quarter, second quarter, and then first half. Third quarter, and then fourth quarter, and then second half.
Okay.
Majority I say. In Serbia, who going for first half? Total number of pointer. First quarter and first half no ubekandia boom.
Okay.
And then more first half no. And then sometimes too, we could see a team will mess up in the first quarter, but when it comes to the second quarter now, or the point number show the amount. No when your first half point now no.
Okay.
Obiso first quarter, first quarter, obe give out points in the ray. But do second quarter na point now reduce. Majority I say.
Okay.
So first quarter is different from first half. So first quarter and second quarter will give you the first half. Yes.
I get it. All right. I just hope he gets that. Me Mateo say, but I'll send a message about be on our YouTube. But before we start questions, Spania there. Okay. But let's go to and picks then there because of time. Now.
Okay. In me one pick be let me choose tennis, basketball and football.
Tennis, basketball and football. Okay.
In me sound go into tennis mukakra in mate.
Obi say into unya dog race.
Oh,
as it unya dog race. This aje go so on the dog race na woman ko betwa. E bi omu dey but dog race dey krama no. Okay, yanko.
Okay. Into wait, this combo no 20 hours.
20 hours.
Match one 20 hours.
All right. Yeah, bosso into Bengazi Fato mai
20 hours. Into 20 hours no code near BW4.
BW4. What about boss we are?
CFC.
Oh, boss we are not about code no.
Okay.
But picks and I endorse.
Oh, and send
how many picks?
Okay. Just a minute.
Because boss we are not
okay.
No, or the quest share or no website. Yes. Okay, great.
And now with the first pick, let me choose here. There is a tennis tournament across Austria.
Okay.
So Maria Andreeva
Okay.
Me call to win.
Marian Driver.
Then the second pick, there's a match between Yannick Sinner and then Alexander Asherev.
Okay.
And this one is Monte Carlo ATP semi-final. Ekoso Monaco. Me call for Yannick Sinner to win.
Okay.
Then there's this basketball in Czech Republic, Nürnberg.
Okay.
And then me call on 4-time over 179.5. Which is 180. Then next pick near Baskonia and near basketball.
Okay.
Spain, ACB.
Okay.
Baskonia to win. Then Paris and Strasbourg, France.
Okay.
Basketball. And let's make on 175.5. Then next one here, Benfica to win football.
Okay, Benfica
to win. Then Sporting CP to win.
That's a fra. With a
fra. SC Porto win or draw.
Okay.
At Atletico Madrid handicap 2. Then Barcelona to win. Lyon win or draw. Bayern win or draw. Leicester handicap 2+. Then Coventry to win. Napoli win or draw. Then the last pick in the AC Milan win or draw.
Wow.
When here 20 odds.
20 odds.
When here 20 odds.
Okay, but code in my name, Yanko.
Okay. Into code in here. BW4. A minute.
Okay.
Go BW4. CFC. A4. 12.
Sambobium.
BW4. CFC. 4. Sorry. CFC. A4 12.
I know you 20 odds.
And near 20 odds.
Wow. Oh, bonus school we have a sadia can one.
Okay, when you 50 odds.
50.
50 odds. But last week me some PKB. Me 92 odds. I don't know Portland Trail Blazers. I'm say the man can boy. It was saying so 8 picks. By my 50 odds.
Okay, Bobo code no.
Okay. It's code near BW4 FD9 C22 BW4 CFD 9C22 Machawade. It was saying Nina basketball.
Bosubium.
Okay.
Your boss is here.
Okay, code near BW4 CFD 9C 22 Machawade.
Great. I know you're high no.
When you 50 odds.
50. You bought 20 odds and you bought 50 odds. Great. I say Betkin and obejina actually practically come out. But number no now we person join group now. You got Grofodi. Group premier me wom. Wasn't Grofodi pa. Yango.
Okay, see we person join me group now. Obet me WhatsApp me na wa frame me 0244 566 452 0244 566 452.
Wow.
With my WhatsApp me our WhatsApp and any Telegram
Right, Betkin, thank you so much. Abusia, Prepzone ye, Bella the all round about so. And there me shatters be me no birthday. Yes, and then me shatters me no pa birthday. Me from Damen Conti Bengazi. Jumaba. A special birthday and Mr. Famous Big Faye. Yes, a special birthday Big Faye. Na okopimo ewo North Canada. The whole Ghana. Pork joint e bosso pa. The whole Ghana. Na obi say o te se me kana or your wedding. And na o contact Famous, my Famous provide the pork nche ho.
Wow.
Wo mo jomani. Aye brutal na o style bi twitwa de no. And no concrete bedrock on and a Big Faye birthday. Big Faye, a happy birthday going out to you. God bless you so much. I mean, show Wakuma Pano. I mean, and Yakwa on never so fan show. Nation man moho. Yankupon tete wish him. And the bonny be a yamin frano. And sub bonny be a better yamin trano. Nipa be a best Barry. So more anymore goes yamin trana sing from. Nkwatenti apomdi wom ne stadium out. Big fay to the whole we say. From myself, from 05, from all of us, you will show well and then your birthday. Now to Kwaubroni. Yay! Been here, there. And now your Kwaubroni birthday. The Babiesi, you feel Kwauba and a Kwaubroni did a birthday. Millicent Akosha Sidwa. Abba. Hello. Corridor my sister. Oh, call pass now, Nico. My family say, me do highest welcome offer. Me do highest welcome offer. Happy birthday going out to you, my dear. Yamin shout to Yamin shout to Yamin shout to. Oh, my, come on, so Miss Adibia Emrem and Quatentia Pomdi woman yesterday. May he continue making you beautiful. But send Adibia me who now Sigu Sauce and Yanko Man says, any prayer wa bo. Nakopo man Meremu. Ewa Yesu Christo Demo. Yanko ma. Otamfo no hye bia fa ho nya nkwase asem any ungodly counsel against any area of your life yame ema no anya kwa onsanti confusion e watamfo entam na enkwatete ode cha wodo no sika enya mamuso yidie enya mamuso enkanko enya mamuso e wo Yesu Kristo dimo ambon pa ma wo birthday amen happy birthday Millicent Akosia Asiedu aka Kwaubroni. I'm sorry, you're sorry so.
Okay now.
And now you may. Now be can here come.
But I need to make my wife. Mrs. Susan Amwa.
With your dog we so.
Annie.
Channel.
Great. Mrs. Susan Amwa.
Wow.
Any manager for A&J printing.
Okay.
Pastor Adams.
Pastor Adams,
manager for A&J printing. I want printed t-shirt and then polybags, customized one. Macho and Medina, Powerland.
Wow. All right, Betken, thank you. What a Evans Kwabnasapon, Kansan Sora, Ken Kaninja, and Yausan Nogo. A happy birthday to Josephine Rako Boatin from Papa Leo, Sister Joyce, and Mr. Kisse. We wish you good health, long life, and prosperity in Jesus' name. Amen. A Josephine Rako Boatin. Yamin Sharpa. Now, some person joining the South Africa trip on Kent Trust Travels. Yes. Kent Trust Travels, South Africa. Work up on the Nipper Corner. Go first at the register crowd. I just have a pia for Honkrati. Your white near the idea. Aha, the Rimukuni original Quenim. I went to the as well. Aha, Kent Trust Travels. Be patrol, Mopasa ko trip Ibia or no na yakamfo. As a over friend is here. South Africa and South on the trips to be no her a chilling and boiling. Chilling and boiling. Fantastic evening going out to Mr. James Wiafe Akington. And to all across social media know about Kent Trust Travels. Kent Trust Travels. Me pacho obo abi hu across social media be hu no babia. But in case of a soft friend because South African aka nipa be yeti nipa kakra fra. Ye ko South African mienko 0547 612 398 0547 612 398. Me jinu I ko South Africa me na me bo captain Samban no nti bra me enko chile kakra ma bro ko we are crazy am bro ti e ko chile South Africa ti enko Kent Trust Travels the enko say face of Kent Trust Travels we jinu you know what time it is mo me nyina enko na enko ba aside South Africa Zanzibar airborne next month there is also Dubai, there's China, there's what else friend upon any baby no what church will be able to sweat my queer but it'll be asked Pablo my producer on social media Joel Legend more Samson Benghazi as so can why be at the April and new Ray Yana Wakai at the Nankasa Kakijwana home. Eric Asiedu Boadi about your next week Yamia Tom not be Tom Yabasaba but Ochina a bot non do a paho Nasa non do a paimwa Mijinamu Ewadom TV so yes and sports arena Yabatana Sanado Yadu so 7 mu ye Pantiana watch on Bibia Timiakwe Yachobia mo show you number 1 mo muti and yendi hona muti we send your messages near there we thank you so much Bella the all rounder takes over your radio cause what Asempa FM have a good night.